Mic check, man. Y'all know the face, y'all know the name. Y'all tuned into the world's greatest podcast. No, I don't just say it because it sounds cool when I say it. No, I don't just say it because I said it like 40 times over. No, I don't just say it because it looks cool on a shirt. You're tuned into the world's greatest podcast, Talking Cheap, hosted by yours truly. It's the movie, Mr. Talk to Me. Next, don't talk to me. I don't clear. It's real talk. I got a special guest here with me. Y'all know the rules by now. I do not introduce people. I feel like I shortchange them in the process. I feel like I cannot top my intro for them, so I'd rather them introduce themselves. So, guest, introduce yourself, King.
What's up, y'all? It's Patlax, hottest DJ in Staten Island right now. We coming up.
Sheesh.
We coming up. Afrobeats to the world, you know, everything lit. That's it.
You know what's crazy? I want to start there. What do you believe One Africa means to you? Because for me, and I think shout out to my bro Fola, Mr. Golden Resilience. You know the vibes. He's here in the building just vibing with us. Africa, and the time I came up as a young African on Staten Island, our definition of One Africa, I feel, is a lot different than what everybody's on now. More so because when we was coming up as young Africans, One Africa really was me. Mm-hmm. It was me or my one other friend at the other school that was the one African. Simply put, because we didn't know everybody who's jacking that they African now was African because they never repped it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, One Africa to me, with DJing and what I got going on right now, I really just feel like One Africa is just us coming together and making what we could create is fun, you know? Like, a lot of people in this country, you know, they do their own thing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, why can't we stick together and do our own thing, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And even, too, like, you know, to add to what you said, like, I really feel like when we were younger, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was always cool to be African and stuff, but people just wasn't saying it, you know what I'm saying?
King, it was never cool to be African in 2008.
No, I mean,
it was not cool to be African.
I don't know. It depends on who you asking. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't know.
And this is no arrogance, but you gotta think about when I was young, when I was your age or younger than you, there was we was lit. You know what I mean? We had hot boys. We was running through the city. And it still wasn't cool to be African. It took Michael Blackson and his comedy and that whole mother stuff, and then just a bunch of waves.
Who was the other one?
Godson.
Nah, not
7-Up commercials and shit.
Oh, yo, the brothers, they was on Wildin' Out. I'm talking about the dudes that was on Wildin' Out, bro.
You're not talking about the African remix boys that used to do
Emmanuel Hudson and what was the other dude's name?
But they not African.
They're not. What?
No, nigga.
Emmanuel, what? And they was doing all those African videos?
Bro, they were black.
But you see, to my point, it was cool to be African. We had other people impersonating us, you feel me? I'm just playing.
Nah, but yeah, bro, I've been keeping it stacked, bro. It was never lit to be African in 2008. Up until I'll tell you about 2010 is really when it started booming.
2008, where was I in 2008? Where was I? I'm trying to think of where I was in 2008.
You was young, bro.
I was in like middle school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, bro, like I said, it really depended on who you was asking. In middle school I was playing sports, you know? So it's like I said, you
might have been cool because of sports, not because you were African.
And you are right. You are definitely 100% right.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I was cool because I was the African that was doing everything.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, Cletus the African.
Yeah.
Then it was like, oh, but he's also doing this stuff. So like you gotta think, I used to get flamed, like violated, and that's what you gotta think about. My name is Cletus. I'm African, big lips. My mom wasn't paying me the bread to go get their haircuts at the barbershop. Yeah. So she was giving me the baldies at the crib.
Nah, yeah, I remember listen, shout out to my dad. He used to fix my hairline badly. My sisters could tell you if y'all know, but yo, boy, it happens to the best of us. You know what I'm saying? We all been there.
It builds character.
It builds character. That's really what it does.
That's a great segue. What did we decide to name this episode?
So it was trust the process. You know, It's about just when you start doing what you're doing, everybody, you know, you start feeling like you might not be doing the right things, but sometimes you just need to remember to just trust the process.
Because at the end of the day, everything pays off. I look at everything now, like I see a lot of people are super Afrocentric and super proud to be African. And even seeing, like, bro, I remember the time, like, it was crazy taboo to hear Afrobeats on the radio.
Yeah.
And now you can't go throughout the day without hearing like 2 or 3 Afrobeat songs. To me, that to this day is like, wow. Yeah,
it's dope. It's crazy because I remember when we were younger too. Remember when we went to all our parties, we used to hear all the vibes, all the reggae, all that stuff. So it's like really dope to see how it's evolving into Afrobeat now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are getting up out of their seats in clubs to hear the Afrobeat. Like, I'm an open format DJ. Like, don't get me wrong, but I'm Nigerian by blood. So it's like, I always represent Africa when I go outside, but at the end of the day, I always DJ hip hop and the stuff that I was raised off of as well. So it's crazy to see, like, people are actually getting up. Instead of getting up to Young Thug in certain clubs now, they getting up to Wizkid, they getting up to Tenny, they getting up to all these other artists that people don't even know the names of. They just remember the song from just hearing it. So, you know, it's really dope to see the Afrobeat evolve into what it's going into right now.
Most definitely. So how did you get into DJ, and why did you start DJing? Because when I first met you, see, I tend to do this every episode. I like to kind of like time people, because people don't be understanding the relationships I have. They run very, very, very deep. I think I met you at 51. Was that 51?
You met me before 51, but I feel like we met like name wise. You know how Staten Island is. You know what I'm saying? You will meet somebody from just being close.
Who's your siblings?
Solomon and Kemi.
Yeah. That's how I knew, because I knew Kemi, because Kemi went to 51 when she's older, and
Kemi was born in she's
a year older than me.
Yeah,
she's a year older than me. Wow.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of ties.
A lot of family ties for real. But yeah, why did you decide? Why did you just start to DJ?
I feel like with this entertainment thing, I was always like, you know, the person that like to entertain people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It always starts off like that. Everybody says it, but you know, I feel like DJing is a job that you're chosen for. And I really feel like it's a job that you obviously have to have skill for as well. And you learn that over time. But a lot of DJs, if you notice, especially in the new generation, laptop DJs and stuff like that, if you're familiar with DJ equipment, you know how it works. Basically, the new generation is now just, you know, plugging up to DJ controllers through their laptop. Old school days, it was, you know, vinyls. You had to, I only got 100 vinyls on me. I only got 50 vinyls on me. Now you can have 20,000 songs in your laptop with just one hard drive, you know? So I feel like with this generation, it's more of like a job that you're chosen for, because obviously your energy has to implicate to all the people that you're DJing for. You can't sit there and DJ for 2,000 people and have a bad day before you get on a DJ booth. Or you can't sit there and DJ for 2,000 people without having the right state of mind as well. So I feel like I just had the energy inside of me to do it, but it just took the time and the people to trust in me and just like believe in me, you know what I'm saying? For me to take that next step into really becoming like a real DJ, you know what I'm saying? And then through time as well, and through doing more events and just bookings, I kind of got up there as well.
So
know?
What made you want to actually DJ? Like, what event kind of sparked it? Like, I'm going to Yo, Pat, I need you to jump on the set and go first, and don't be shitty. Like,
okay, so we was in the studio. I used to before I started DJing when I was in college, you know what I'm saying, before I dropped out and everything, I was in college. I was trying to make beats and stuff. I was selling beats and stuff. I was getting my beats out to everybody I could. I was just making beats in my room, no speakers, just, you know, TV speaker, laptop, just making beats. At the time, I didn't really like how it was going, so I ended up coming back to Staten Island. Ended up working with a studio called Cree Sounds. One of my boys' studios, Cohen, shout out to him. Know what I'm saying? We was working over there, and I remember one day he was just like, yo, so many people like us, so many people want to come here. We got to throw parties. And I'm just thinking about it like, when I came back home from school, I used to go to every single party. I would be at every party, bro. Like, for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I would be at every party just turning up, you know what I'm saying? And just everybody loves me, you know? I'm seeing the DJs, I'm seeing the promoters, I'm seeing the security guards. The security guards don't even know me. They like me, bro. So it's like, I'm not saying, you know, I'm a light guy or anything. I'm just saying my energy was good in the spaces of the clubs and stuff like that. And basically, long story short, like, I don't know, I just seen everything that was going on, and I just wanted in on it, you know what I'm saying? And that's what really just happened.
So you just started. So what happened? You bought a turntable and.
I bought a turntable. So basically, we had this. So at Cree Sounds, basically, I'm sorry, I kind of like just skipped over that. So basically, at the Cree Studios and stuff. So Cleon came into us. Cohen, he came up to us. He said he wanted to have a party one day. We just ended up throwing a party. I had like this one controller. It was an SB1 controller. If you know DJs and you know DJing, that's not the controller you want to DJ with, unless, you know, obviously you got to. You know what I'm saying? I would never knock nobody's hustle, but at the time I was using an SB1, and it's crazy because like he just wanted to have a party. I just knew how to play with virtual DJ because I've always been on the computers too.
Shout out to virtual DJ.
Yeah, shout outs to virtual DJ. You hear a lot of these big DJs. They started off with that.
Virtual DJ, of course.
Real stuff, man. They might not admit it, but I'm not scared. I'm not afraid to admit anything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I kind of just like knew how to use the board, and I got right. Like I swear to you, I used to watch YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? I used to do the little things that I could help myself to figure it out. You know, and I just took the step of being it, and I just ended up doing well. Through time though, I feel like I got way better. Like, you know, I ended up doing a lot of big events though in the beginning of my career. Honestly.
So what are some of these big events that you did?
I ended up doing like a G4 show that same year.
Shout out to G4.
Yeah.
Did it again. That was the first song I ever heard from him.
Yes. That was summer of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Summer 2017. That's when he was really popping too. I did a G4 show through Off Campus Presents. Shout outs to them too, man. They believed in me, man. That's all that I needed. You know, I needed to just touch the stage. At the time, I wasn't, you know, the Mike Patlax that I am today now. You know, now I like to entice the crowds and stuff. But
talk your shit.
Yeah, but it was dope though, you know what I'm saying? I got the opportunity to, you know, turn up with G4. I got the opportunity to even get my boy an opening slot to perform too as well. So
that's love.
It was just, you know, about creating the things that we saw, you know, we dreamed about, honestly. Really.
That's real G shit.
Mm-hmm.
So as a DJ, right, how much of success is dependent on talent versus network? Because, like, for example, like I know
question.
a lot of people, a lot
question.
of DJs are great, but they're not aligned with the right people.
That's a great
Or
question.
a lot of DJs are trash, but because they're aligned with the right people, they have access to certain venues, spaces, people. That's crazy.
I really and yo, that is such a great question, and that's why I always I emphasize on energy so much. You know what I'm saying? Because you could meet a lot of people. You could be a known person and know a lot of people and be a DJ, and you still might not get booked. You know, it's really, I feel like DJing is all about your energy inside of your body, how intact you are with your soul, and obviously how good you are too. But you know, I feel like, you know, there's some people that's out there that don't really got a name for themselves that should have a bigger name for themselves too. So I sit down and just say my honest opinion is really just all about what you do, your hard work, what your groundwork is. You know what I'm saying? My groundwork is, you know, just spreading my energy, just making sure every party's dope. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure everybody has a good time. So I don't know what other DJs do exactly to, you know, I don't really hang out with much others besides a few, but I don't know. I really can't get too into what they do, you know, but what I do is, you know, I just really just try to spread love, you know?
As you should.
And as well as, you know, playing the hottest songs, you gotta know how to entice the crowd, you know? Everybody wants to hear a certain song, you know? Especially in the scenario that you in, you gotta know what you're putting yourself into. A lot of these DJs as well, they'll take jobs and they don't really know like what they're putting themselves into, and that's where it comes into people thinking they're not known enough, and all types of different implications and stuff. So, you know, I really just feel like it's people say outside looking in, and looks like that, but it's just really about when you're into the field, you will see what I'm talking about. Like, it's really just about having a balance, honestly, and your energy as well, you know, because everybody, you could DJ anywhere, you can get a placement anywhere as long as you reach out to that person. There's always somebody going to be needed. DJs travel all types of different places. There's DJs that's going to different states all the time, you know. They have residencies, and they need somebody to be replaced at that residency, you know. So
that's interesting you said that, because you said something along the lines of like
and all that
reaching out to people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of DJs really believe that they're bigger than reaching out.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your take on that? Because you said that you reaching out to folks and you putting in the groundwork, but there's a lot of DJs that feel like, yo, my resume speaks for itself. Oh, nah, I'm not reaching out. Oh, nah, I'm not going to take a price cut. Oh, nah, I'm not doing none of that because I'm bigger than that. That's beneath me.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like reaching out and stuff like that, I feel like it should just be how you feel it, you know, in your body and your mind. Do you feel like this is right that I hit this person up and I asked him for a job? You got to always understand too. Well, with me, I never, like, when I reached out to a lot of people, like, and when I reached out to the people with the G4 show and stuff like that, it was more of like they were looking for somebody, and I knew they was looking for somebody, and I watched them go through the transitions of looking through for people on their Instagram. You know, they was posting all types of different stuff, but at the same time, you got to look at what you're looking at as well. Like the show, does that fit you? Would that be where your energy intertwines at? Do you think that they would be graceful to see you on stage? You know what I'm saying? So it has to be like a strategic move, kind of, if that makes any sense. I don't know.
I feel it. So let's take it to this next level, right?
Mm-hmm.
What makes an elite DJ an elite DJ?
I feel like an elite DJ is just somebody that knows what record needs to be played at the time that you're in the party, as well as a DJ that knows how to blend music, knows how to just, sometimes it's there's a lot of things about music that people don't know, like how to create a song, the frequencies and stuff like that. So
BPMs.
exactly, you know, the little things that matter in the track, you know. So I feel like the people that sit there and really study all that, and you know, put themselves one step ahead of people that's you know, on the same level as them, those are the people that always strive in the categories that they're in, you know. And I've seen it with my own eyes. Like I've watched a lot of big DJs go out there and do their thing, you know, and it just helped me, you know, do my thing too as well, you know, because everybody has their own way. But if you know how to study music, everything is all one pattern. Everything all matches each other, especially with DJing. If you know, obviously you know about BPMs and stuff like that.
Yeah, be in tune.
Yeah. You might as well be a DJ too.
Nah, bro. You see, my problem is if I was to DJ, bro, like I see there's a difference between playing for yourself and playing for the crowd.
Yeah.
And I learned that a long time ago because
and I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's what I like that you just mentioned, because I feel like more people should play for themselves, because when you're playing for yourself, when you get in the car with your boy, right, and he plays some music, you could tell what his mood is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when a DJ's on the stage and DJ's behind the DJ booth playing all types of different songs and he's playing for himself, you see him vibing out. He's not even looking at the crowd. Yo, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel him regardless of what he plays. If he plays Waka Flocka and then Ciara right after, bro, if he plays it the right way, you're gonna feel him. But obviously, who's gonna want it? Like, you know, I'm just using that as an example, though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's DJs that do all types of things on their own level. You know what I'm saying? They do open format sets, they do straight sets with certain genres, and the thing is, it's just too much possibilities of what you can do. But
and that's what blows mine about DJs, bro. I feel like you said, there's like 20,000 songs on a hard drive, and people don't even be scratching the surface. Like I'm the type of dude that I'm going to hit like early 2000s dancehall, and then I can mix it and blend it into the new dancehall, as well as like bring 2007 soca to 2020 soca, and use the rhythms. Yeah, a lot of people don't be utilizing the rhythms. There's so many rhythms out there that are fire, bro.
Yeah,
I don't even be like going out no more. And then another thing is, like most DJs, like I said, like they don't have to be good. Like a lot of DJs nowadays are so predictable because they just play out their set. Yeah. But if they can't, the minute that they're out of their set, like they can't even, like you say, fuck they set, it's a problem.
Yeah. Honestly, and I'm glad you said that too. I feel like with the rhythms and stuff like that, I really soca music. You don't understand. I'm gonna be truthfully honest right now. Like I did not grow up listening to that, you know. But when I hear that in the club, bro, it's a vibe. Like you know, it's automatically a vibe. And I feel like people need to do more studies on different genres of music, because, like I just said, when I hear that song, when I hear soca music, I get in a mood. I don't mind DJing soca now. You know, I have all these songs on my hard drive. Why would I not spin it? You know, I'm an open format DJ. You know, so I feel like DJs do need to focus on gathering that rhythm for them. But if you know how to present a single, you know, and like I said, with energy, everything is gonna be good, you know. And also too, like, if I had to pick one soca rhythm, it would be like what's that? Folk. How do I say it? Folkmore. Have you ever heard? Yeah. But what songs is under that rhythm?
I can't even tell off the top of my head.
Oh
I know what you're
man,
talking about.
damn.
Is it 2020 Ahsoka or is it like
Yeah,
2019?
like hey, by what's her name? Cass or Cass?
Not casting the band, is it?
Nah, damn. I'm sorry. I don't know why I don't got this right.
Man, listen, there's too much music out here in this world.
Yeah, it's too much, bro.
And that's why I don't get why
it's really
DJs,
too much.
Yo, why do DJs be repeating the same
Yeah, it's
songs?
Cass. Hello.
Yeah.
Like, you know, how can you not have a good day after hearing this?
What up,
Some
Fritz?
you know what I mean? Like,
No, that's another thing, yo. DJs who be talking over the mic too much.
yeah.
Cause I know a lot of DJs. I'm about to call their card, bro. They be talking they shit.
Man, listen,
because
there's
they don't know how to
somebody.
blend.
There's somebody.
They don't know how to blend that they don't know how to transition. So they talk their shit into a transition, and that shit is horrible.
Nah, listen, and that's why I say I don't knock no DJ because it was a day that I was doing that too. You know, like it all happens. You know, you find yourself with this. This is the job you find yourself. That's why you see DJs like DJing for so long. You know, there's been DJs that been DJing for double decades, you know, triple decades, bro, and they're just popping off, you know, because I feel like it's just, you know, they find the energy that they really want to move with, you know, and also too, like I used to definitely do that mic thing, you know. I nowadays I just, you know, I like talking to people, letting them know I'm sneaking in a couple tracks, you know. I like to shout out everybody in the party. I want to, you know, see all my friends. I want to see all the people I grew up with. DJing is just, you know, like I said, you build your own crowd and you build your own energy, you know.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that's really a Brooklyn thing though. Like I feel like there's a style of DJing depending on where you go. Like if you go to Queens DJs, they're like they'll just play out songs.
Yeah.
Brooklyn DJs will speed through songs. And Queens DJs, they'll play mad.
Eight DJs and
on the lineup. 8 DJs on the
on.
lineup, play the same songs over and over again.
Come on.
Bro, that's crazy that you said that, bro.
Nah, yeah. I mean, look.
That is facts.
And also, too, that's why I see a lot. I follow this page. It's like a DJing page that gives you advice on, like, you know, how to DJ etiquette, you know? And I saw it, and it said basically when there's a bunch of DJs on a lineup, you should know what songs you're supposed to be playing when you get into the venue. Like when I opened up for Jay Critch's event, I didn't have the best time slot, you know. I had an opening time slot, you know. I didn't mind that, but I had a bunch of music that I liked, you know, and I had a bunch of music that I knew if I would have played, it would have enticed the crowd a little bit too much. And that was even in my beginning stages, you know, and I knew not to do that. So I feel like more DJs should focus on that, you know, even in Brooklyn, you know, like, because there's a lot. I'm telling you, I've been booked for an event in Brooklyn, and like,
say fuck everybody playing Finito.
Yo, they playing Finito the second set. Welcome, literally welcoming them to the party, bro. Literally the first set, welcoming them to, first song, welcome to the party. Like, come on, bro.
Because you know what it is with Brooklyn DJs that I've learned.
But shout outs to them though. Brooklyn be lit, man. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Staten Island, but you know, Brooklyn be lit. I spend a lot of time there when I do my own events as well. So
I fuck with Brooklyn. Shout out to JP, shout out to Rung Sound, Rage, all of them guys, man. SB Sound, shout out to the whole family. But that's really crazy because like, do you think that like being an opening DJ is an insult?
Not at all.
Because a lot of people feel the type of way like, oh, that's a whack slot. I'm not, because I've seen it time and being someone who throws events and hosts events and has to book DJs. Like DJs will be like, nah, I'm not going before him, or nah, I'm not going after him.
And that's why I'm saying, let's go back to the beginning of the interview when I was spewing about this. It's all about what the people choose for you. Like, you know, you go to a party, your man's is a hot DJ. You think you're gonna let him open up? Think about all your people's there. 50 people, 100 people. I'm not
pulled up for him.
Pulled up for him. You know what I'm saying? You think they're gonna put you in the opening slot?
Of course not.
Exactly. So I feel like it's really just about, you know, what the people think about you and how you could present your energy. Like I said. So, you know.
But I'll even take it a step further because as someone from the other side that throws events, it really depends on the situation.
And it does. It definitely does depend on the situation. And also, too, a lot of DJs got other places to go. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one of my issues because I'm not knocking it because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be the person like, yo, don't get your bread. But my issue with them be like, you want me to like compromise my quality of event because you decided to double book yourself.
Yeah.
Or hold on, before you and I mean cut you off, or you want me to book you, pay you whatever you decide that you feel you're worth, then you're not gonna promote my event like that. You're gonna promote probably the latter event that you're going to more.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be like dabbling, there for an hour and I'm gone. At the end of the day, people gonna want to be where you're gonna vibe at.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I tell DJs as well, like even when I started up, if you notice, I was doing parties every like 2 weeks. And even still now, I don't do like a lot of double bookings unless, you know, it's there for me, you know. I would say, you know, when you're gathering your crowd, you're gathering your people, which I'm still in the phase of doing as well. You know, I'm still gathering my crowd. I'm still gaining, you know, more fans and all that, you know. But I would say, like, don't overwhelm yourself, you know. Like, even though there's double bookings, money there for you all the time, it's not always good for what you want to present to each event. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you go to each event and make the promoter happy as well. You want to make sure you're making the promoter happy and everybody else that's there. So it's not only about just, you know, just chasing the bag. You know, sometimes, you know, it does happen though. Like, oh, I got this big DJ's event. I mean, this big party. Then I got this big party that wants to book me. And I've been trying to get on both of them for so long, you know, and it happens. You do what you got to do, but you got to understand, you know, the business part of this now. This is where your business mindset has to come in and be like, okay, I'm going to do this, and this is why it's good for me, and I'm going to do this, and this is why it's good for me. Sit it down and compare it to each other and do what you got to do, you know what I mean? That's going to prosper you and prosper the promoters as well.
How do you feel about DJs, about promoters requiring DJs to promote the event? Because the reason I ask that, because a lot of DJs be like, that's not my job. I'm a DJ. I'm here to only play my music and go home. You're the promoter. Your job is to bring people. It's not my job to throw your flyer on there. And I sit here like, well, if you want, you don't have to promote.
Yeah.
And you could have an empty venue and play in front of nobody and you look crazy. Or you could be a part of the event which you're booked to do, promote the event that you're telling people that you're going to be at, and also make this whole event as big and powerful as possible. Because one thing I try to tell DJs, they think that they're here because they know how to press buttons better than the next DJ. And to be quite frank, bro, think about how many people are DJs in New York City.
Yo,
like there is bro. You can't be a DJ and not have every DJ has clout these days. It don't even matter, like bro. It don't even matter how big you are anymore, because as much as you got a crowd, there's somebody else who's not even in your scene that will bet on the set and bring mad people with them. It's like yo, you could throw a party, right? And you could get a Spanish nigga from Dykeman, right? And he's bringing all these Spanish people that you never seen, and now your party's still shell out. Versus you getting the dance hall DJ that's popping, but he don't want to promote. But the Spanish nigga gonna promote, and he gonna bring all these Spanish women to your party that's never seen you, never been a part of your energy, nothing. So to me, it's like, I get why DJs feel like, yo, if you want me to promote, you should throw me extra back, because I'm a business too, and I'm a DJ. You didn't hire me to promote, you hired me to DJ. But I'm like, bro, why would I just hire you to press buttons when in reality there's over 1 million DJs in the city probably alone that could do what you do? The only difference is naming and how you branded yourself.
Honestly, to speak on the subject, I feel like, you know, like I'm always in the middle with everything. I'm very like, I think about both sides of everything. I've always been like that since I was young. So I would say, like, in a promoter's mindset, you are supposed to be the one that gets the people to come out. You know, if let's say I'm doing a party for, I'm making up a name, ABC Entertainment, and ABC Entertainment is booking a bigger DJ that's bringing out a crowd all the way in Staten Island, or bringing out even a crowd in 5 boroughs in New York City. It's kind of the promoter's job to promote that person's coming. You know what I'm saying? The promoter, people don't understand the technology we live in today. If you notice, if you go on your phone, how many different flyers do you see on the Instagram ads?
Oh, New York City is trash. Like now it's over the top. Everything's over.
Different flyers.
It's not even worth it.
But it's like, you know what I'm saying? But the promoters know what they're doing. And I feel like if, you know, it's definitely there's a line for every DJ that you get. You know what I'm saying? If you booking this DJ, you know what he does. His specialty is to do this. You know what I'm saying? Some DJs' specialty isn't to bring people out. It's to showcase their talent. And some people just really want to see a talented individual. Some people really want to be moved by a certain individual in a concert. You know what I'm saying? It's just different genres, so many different lanes. You know what I'm saying? To go back to talking about that as well. Like, I just feel like, you know, I'm in the middle of that, honestly. Like it really just depends on the timing of the event and what you're structuring to create. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you book a DJ in a week to event or for a weekly event, like, come on.
Oh, but of course, I'm talking about there's DJs that will not promote their event to the week of the event.
To the week
and
of the event.
Know if it
No. There's the DJs that do the day before.
Oh, catch me here this
Catch
weekend.
me here. the 4-letter thing. Like,
you will never be on my event. You will never be there.
Amen.
Money will never follow you for my pockets.
Nah, I mean, honestly, they getting their money, but you know what I'm saying? It's just me. The way I do things, I want to show people that I'm actually, you know, it's like I said, it's a journey. DJing is a journey to me, you know. To other people, DJing is a job. It's a job for me as well too. I don't, you know, this DJing is what I do as well as other things as well. But, you know, like I said, it's a journey, and some people's journey is just different. Like, and that's what some DJs need to understand. Like, you're a person that moves a crowd. Maybe you should be doing concerts. Maybe you should be somebody's official DJ. Maybe you should, you know, be doing this, stuff like that. So, no, you good.
So why do you feel? Well, so Staten Island. Let's talk Staten Island DJs, talent, etc., etc. Who would you say is the top 3 DJs on Staten Island?
Top 3 DJs on Staten Island
right now.
Right now. Shout out to DJ Smooth. Staten Island Smooth, man. That man is putting in a lot of work. He's been doing a lot of things for Staten Island. Like, I've seen him on countless events. We even were supposed to do rest in peace to Pop Smoke. We were supposed to do a Pop Smoke show together. Rest in peace, man. Another 2, I would say, I want to give a shout out to my boy DJ iPod.
Okay.
He's been no, iPod was moving with the Afrobeat shit when it wasn't popping, right?
So with iPod situation is weird because I met iPod recently from somebody who's not from Staten Island, and they're like, "Oh, get iPod. He's from Staten Island," and I know a lot of the people in his family that he's associated with. I never heard about him until I had him do Intimacy. So I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, no,
and
iPod is dope.
I was outside. So
shout outs to iPod. We doing Puerto Rico together. Afro Slump. You know what's going on.
Oh, y'all doing Afro Slump? I'm gonna be there. Make sure y'all, when y'all see me at the door, don't back then. Don't turn around on a nigga.
Don't be stushio.
Don't pretend you don't know your miss. Adam, that means you and Ibrahima, y'all know I'm outside with y'all, man. Okay, so that's 2. Who's the 3rd?
And the 3rd, I mean, it's like, you know, I want to say 2 different names right now. One of them is gonna know, you know. Drop him. Shout out to my boy Father Forbes.
Okay.
And shout out to DJ Sincere. No, she's very low key, DJ Sincere, but she's really a talented DJ, and you know, I think she's in the phase of getting her name out there.
I don't know who DJ Sincere is. Is that
she's pretty, she's you know, Staten Island is a very, you know, you're not gonna know everybody, you know, unless you really know them. I went to school with Sincere, so she my homegirl who's a SG Row. Is that her? She manages her. She's like she's I'm
not
like
too
a sure
joint, but like she's like a thicker joint.
I'm not too sure. I think I know. Yeah,
she was at that barbecue shit that was in the near the West. The African joint that you pulled up to mad late. It was
okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Corinthians crib or
not Corinthians joint, the one near Jewett. It was during the summer. It was, I think, Femi's older brother's function.
Jeez, it's so many functions, man. I'm sorry, bro. It's so many functions in my head.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, but you know, even let's go back to Forbes. I'm sorry, like not to.
But in your vibe.
My boy Forbes, like, you know, like he got that soca, that reggae dance. Ooh, he got that shit lit, bro.
No,
know what I'm saying? Nice. Man, shout out to Forbes. He already knew what it was when I first started DJing. He's kind of one of the peoples that really gave me advice, as well as DJ Smooth. You know, he hinted at me a couple things, but Forbes really sat there and taught me a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of these DJs are older. I'm 23 years old, you know, 3 years in with this stuff. So a lot of these dudes been doing it for almost 8 years, 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Years, yeah. So they taught me a lot of things that I carry onto my DJ sets today, you know, like just about the little things, you know, like just knowing how to create your own energy, you know. And shout outs to Forbes though. He has had that Afrobeat. I mean not Afrobeat, the dancehall soca reggae thing. Like he's
early 2000s.
Yeah, he was flocking with that. We even did a couple events sometimes, and he's like, "Yo, Pat, yo, I need to get you. Yo, what's up? You need to give me some Gunna music or something like that." Like, you know, because he knew I had that hip hop stuff going, and you know, he got the soca thing, dancehall. You know what I mean? And we just help each other. That's how it goes, you know. Even Forbes though, I wanna consider, like, a lot of these Staten Island DJs, even though they have like a specific genre that helps them, you know, prosper. I think a lot of us are really open format DJs because we can do a lot of mixing of any other genre, you know. So that's why I want to give a shout out to those 3 DJs as well, because I've noticed through events with them that they do a good job of that.
So I got a question. It's not even so much I got a question, but like when it comes to like doing events, right? Are there DJs that you would like, you respect them as a talent, but you wouldn't rather play alongside with them? Like does whether or not you play alongside them throughout the night really matter? Like does it have a huge effect whether or not, yo, I like this DJ, I like how he plays and he's a cool guy, versus this dude is lit but I don't like the way he plays and I don't like playing either before him or after him?
Like I said, DJing is something that you're chosen for, but at the same time, when you're moving forward and it's your job, it's a business operation. So anybody that's like, you would never see Coca-Cola selling something in a store where there's fake Coca-Cola at. You know what I'm saying? Because the fake Coca-Cola is gonna always be easier to buy, and they wouldn't get as much sales. But like I said, like any business operation, if it's faulting your operation, obviously you shouldn't do it. But DJing like that in New York City is not really like that. It's a lot of love, you know. Everybody just wants to show love. Everybody just wants to do the right thing. So nah, I would never feel like that. Like, you could put me on a bill with anybody, we're gonna turn it up, but it just got to be themed correctly. It has to be an event that we actually intertwine with. You can't have a rock and a hip hop party. I mean, you actually can do that.
Do it, but
a rock and a dancehall party, like, you know, that's kind of gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? But it's just being realistic, like I said, you know.
Okay, fair enough. So let's talk about Staten Island events, right? Because we all from here, and I think it's time that we talk about.
We've all thrown a lot of events in Staten Island.
So I'll be real with you. I have never thrown a party on Staten Island. My reason being is what it is. People on Staten Island, a lot of the folk I see, I don't feel like they'd appreciate good things out here. That's number one. I know a lot of people that would come to Staten Island to party, but my problem isn't them coming here. My problem is a couple things. One, suitable venues for them to come to. 2, people being from Staten Island and respecting the work that goes into these events, which I don't think people do. People come out to Staten Island events and they think that this shit just supposed to be sweet because they know you forever, and it's supposed to be free because they're from here. And I feel like, I'm not even gonna cap, because I'm the same way, bro. I'm not gonna cap. Like, I know when I pull up 9 out of 10 times, yo, clean as you Gucci, and that's also because I be turning shit up. But still, it's like I feel like sometimes people have, like, I don't go in there with an expectation. Like, I always be like, no, if it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. I'm gonna see what's up. But there's people that really will go and be like, I'm not paying because I know everybody's gonna be there. And my bro Fola said he want to tap in on this topic. I mean, you can slide over. But for me, like, I feel like it's that too. I feel like one is suitable locations. 2, I feel like it's, like I said, the respect of the quality event, and I feel like a lot of people have not evolved past who they've always been. So if you start bringing new energy to the island, you bring all these new women and these new people, certain people, I feel like their ego will get in the way of the work that was there, and I don't have the patience for that, like, at all. And then I think the last one has to do with police. Like, the third reason, definitely police. I feel like police don't support nothing young and black out here.
I could rebuttal back first. Honestly, so your questions is on point, bro. Let's just put that out there. That's one. But honestly, Staten Island, like I said, Staten Island is a very tricky place, bro. It's a very, it's just like you said, everybody is just the way they are and they never evolve. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, it's always light and it's always dark. And that's how I feel with this energy thing, you know what I'm saying, and DJing as well. Like, you could either choose to, go down the dark alley with it, or you could go with the light. And I feel like always shining the light on people and showing them different things, showing them that, yo, this is the party that we're gonna do out here, and this is how we're gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? as long as it's good energy and is good intentions into it, I feel like there's always gonna be a good outcome, you know. But I hear what you're saying though. Now,
I'll add to this, right? Because I agree. I know, Fola, you get tapping right after. Another thing I feel like I have a problem with is a lot of the men on Staten Island really move real weirdo out here. And I'm going to be honest, because a lot of these people are friends of ours, people we grew up with. The problem with a lot of Staten Island events, too, is that you, like, to bring new, like, just to bring the girls out on Staten Island, the dudes alone that would want to pull up will just run the girls away. Just off the fact that they'll hit a girl that they'll see a girl that they probably smashed like 7 years ago, 10 years ago in high school, in junior high school, and then the minute she pop up on the party, oh, that's crazy. Look at this girl that I done smashed.
Future would be proud. Toxicness.
Future would love Staten Island. He should have
Future would have a ball out here.
But
he will have everybody going crazy.
It's bad vibes because you can't, like, bro, and it's not like, yo, one thing I've learned, like I said, it goes back to what I said, a lot of people haven't evolved. Yo, these girls that you done touched like 10 years ago ain't the same woman they were 10 years ago. So you bringing it up, or you being on some weirdo energy, or you know, doing X, Y, and Z. Now you got an event with mad men and 7 girls. Especially, that's why I don't even be going out, because the ratios be so horrible out here that it don't even make sense to even pop out and show face, bro. I know all 7 of the girls. I know what they wearing. I know why they there, and I know when they go home, and how they got there, and where they stay at. Like, it's not even beneficial for me to even make my presence felt. Like, I'll show face, show love, and then niggas will try to hit you over the head with $40 to get into that shit.
Before Fo says something, I'm gonna just say, trust the process.
We already know 2025 is gonna be lit.
Nah, I mean,
word, yo, like, I would like to chime in on this. First and foremost, like, Staten Island and the toxicity or whatnot in Staten Island that people talk about and whatnot. I think you just gotta force feed Staten Island. And people like Bobby Digi, and obviously he's going into politics now. He's linking up with Debbie Rose and things like that or whatever. But people like Bobby Digi been successful in having venues. Notes was very successful over there by Bay Street.
So,
and I'm not saying that they didn't encounter any trouble and whatnot or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I've been to a bunch of successful Staten Island parties where it's been beautiful vibes. Nothing but love. And I'm not going to say that I haven't been to the ones where it hasn't, but I feel like people don't spread light enough on, and it's funny because Pat touched on that, people don't spread light enough on the positive things that actually happen here. And when people keep trying to reciprocate, people have to try to replicate those energies that we've had that's been positive over and over again. Look at Debbie Rocks. That's my little cousin. She's been doing parties in Southgate's forever. Every Southgate's party that I've ever been a part of, that I've ever been to, anything like that,
there's been a vibe.
Has ended perfectly. It's been hundreds of people in the streets, literally hundreds of people in the streets, and it's never been a thing. I'm not gonna lie. There was a time in 2007 on Birch Road, the police maced me in my face when I was like, let's do the math. 2007 is 13 years ago. I was like 14 years old, 15 years old, and it's crazy because it was a great party. They were just mad people wouldn't get out the street, and it's like, we own this neighborhood. This is ours. Why are you so mad at us? But that was the only time I really encountered police presence in South Gates when it came to that type of thing. But in general, I usually see nothing but positive vibes on Staten Island when it comes to parties. Yeah, you do get your spurts or whatever where it's things going on and things tend to spill out or whatever, but I feel like people haven't force-fed Staten Island and believed in Staten Island enough, and definitely not in an open fashion for people to take wind of that and run with it. If everybody got together and we really sat here and put our heads together, even just us three as creators, as influencers in Staten Island, if we put our heads together and we put all the people that we knew together that were going to be on positive vibes and we actually did things consistently, we'd actually yield a lot of great results. And there's a lot of money out here too.
Oh, most definitely.
So
I like what you said. God bless you for saying what you're saying, and you're completely right. We do need to focus more on the positives. So let me hit a couple of topics that you said. So Bobby Dingy and what the work that he does. Yeah. I think sometimes we also got to forget he's a lot older and he's politically tied. Yeah. So that's something that our generation is now starting to now understand. And I even talked to Debbie about that.
I don't want to cut you off either. Bobby Digi hasn't always been the Bobby Digi that we know him to. I've known Bobby Digi for a good portion of my life, which is why I'm able to speak on that. Like, him and my father were close friends growing up. My father and whatever he does and et cetera, like, that opened my eyes to a lot of avenues and a lot of people from a young age and whatnot. I knew who people were and what they were doing and what was really going on. It's like my parents wouldn't necessarily hide things from me, so I was really kind of getting a full glimpse. And as a Nigerian kid, that kind of wasn't the thing that was going on. That's why I always stood out when it came to my Nigerian friends, when it came to all of that street shit and et cetera, et cetera. Like, people knew me in the streets. And yeah, I was a good kid and I came from a good home or whatever, but we still got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So at the end of the day, it's a little bit of a different upbringing. But at the end of the day, Bobby Digi came from hard times, comes from the same things that we come from. You understand? Right. Same place that we come from. And he was able to really make that 360 and make his life go. His business mind is phenomenal, and that guy was able to really see things that certain people might have not seen.
Like the Irish pub.
And yeah, and
a black man with an Irish pub.
And it's like you got the heart of a lion at the end of it. I feel like that's what is the difference between some of these people. And people see things and it'd be like there's a closed door. Somebody like Bobby Digi, somebody like me or Pat or you is gonna be like, we're gonna break this door down and we're gonna show niggas that we could really do this shit consistently. Like, this shit ain't nothing, it's a door. I watched a Birdman interview the other day, and bro, niggas don't understand. Like, that Birdman, it might have not meant nothing to nobody. I wanted to cry. Because I sat here and I looked at myself like, yo, bro, niggas don't understand. Like, the type of shit that I know, the type of people I know, the type of places I've been, we can put ourselves in positions, not even just me, bro. We can put ourselves in positions to really be bosses and acquire a lot of things. It's not just the money, bro. It's not just the money, bro. It's the advance in our culture and our societies and in who we are. Like, and that's really what it comes down to.
And my fault, Clee, I wanted to let you get on, but yo, now that we talking about it, like, now that I really sat here and thought about it, shout outs to Mex, shout outs to Sha225, shout outs to all the people that ever, like, you know, put their mind into throwing a party in Staten Island, because they're promoters in Manhattan and stuff, in Brooklyn, booking managers for all types of different artists, and they're doing all types of different things that's helping, you know, themselves and stuff. But shout outs to them, because even my boy Prez, my young bull, you know what I mean? He's Prez New York City. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He does the hottest team parties in the tri-state area, and it's in Staten Island, bro.
That be at
Eve Ultra Lounge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and he brought even. This is perfect. 6ix9ine he was supposed to bring out before it became a frenzy, social media frenzy. You know what I'm saying? And that's where Staten Island comes into play with its regulations and its the people that run the city. You know what I'm saying?
So you think that it's a lack of professionalism in this?
It's not. It's not. Politics. It's politics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Ding. And that's what I really wanted to say, because it's like.
Sometimes, like, they gotta play a lot of. I'm sorry. It's like living out in London. Sometimes, like, they gotta play a lot of politics. Like, the artists get banned from playing shows because they have gangster lyrics and et cetera, et cetera. I don't know if you know about Gigs, but Gigs Gigs couldn't perform in England at all at a point in time.
Artists. That's my nigga.
Exactly. They banned him from. He came out from the murder charge, and they banned him from performing everywhere. They banned a lot of them UK artists from performing.
You think that's gonna happen to Unknown T?
Possibly, but this is the thing. This is the thing. It's the police that bring out the form, but it's politics, bro. Like, and if you know that you want to come out, you want to do things, you want to actually go someplace and be somebody, like, you got to know the game that's being played. It's like coming into the music game and not knowing how people is making contracts and how people is putting contracts together, and then being mad at the end of the day that you got fucked in your contract. Meg Thee Stallion. You can't be in them positions. Like, you coming into a business, you coming into anywhere, you should know where you're going. You can't just walk into anywhere closed-minded with your eyes closed. Like, it's kind of stupid if you ask me, and you're gonna get caught with your pants down. So if you smart, you just come into things a little bit educated, or asking people what's going on. You try to, nowadays we got Google, bro. Like, I think that's, people ask me shit all the time, and I say, bro, Google that shit, bro. Why don't you Google it, bro? Because the answer is there 9 times out of 10, bro. This internet shit is too powerful, bro. But people don't understand. With the world at a click of your fingers, bro, it's like people go stupid or they go dumb. They don't know how to utilize that anymore. And that's why I try not to ask people questions, especially questions that I can find the answer to with a couple of strokes of a butt.
So you know what? All right. So let's shift this whole conversation. So the overarching topic today is called trust the process, right?
Trust the process.
So let's talk Staten Island and the potential of Staten Island, right?
So much potential.
I'll keep it a buck, bro. And me,
so
even in
artists.
my head, bro, I'm looking 10 years down the road, like I'm not even concerned with what's going on now, because to be quite frank, bro, you talking to me, I've been wanting to throw parties out here. It's just the fact that matter, I'm mad, like especially after like the summer I had with Wet and Wild and a lot of the events I had with my brunches and just starting to come back and dabble in the city.
2 years ago.
Last summer. So I did one 2 years. I've been doing this. It would have been my third Wet and Wild last summer, and we did like 600 pre-sales. We did 400 in like a week. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off either, but I don't know if you remember the bounce parties that they was throwing over the summer.
Shout out to Kadeem and them.
Kadeem and old ADN, old day niggas, K Jizzle, Mac, what's up?
That was the biggest thing to me ever in the world coming back from London, because it let me know that shit was possible, and I wanted to take that to the next level. And this summer we're gonna try to do that real big Southgate.
And you know it's crazy. We've had that conversation. I've sat down. Me and Kadeem were supposed to do a New Year's Eve party.
Shout out to Kadeem. He's
You know
a
what I'm
real
saying?
one. YF.
But I'll tell you this though, with me though, as a businessman, I'm very and this goes back to what I was saying. I'm very protective of my brand now more than ever, because what I've learned is I'm not afraid to take chances, and because I've done it time and time again. But when shit goes south,
Everybody wanna.
it's on my brand. It's not on nobody else's brand. Because you know what I've learned, and I said this a couple times on the podcast. What I've learned is, you don't know you have the biggest name because sometimes you don't know you got the biggest name in the flyer because no one will ever tell you got the biggest name to
Exactly.
your face. Until shit goes bad and everyone's pointing at you, you don't ever really know that your name is big. So when it comes to me, like, bro,
Where business operations come into
I
play.
would love to throw shit on Staten Island. But like this goes back to what I said. The politics is booty. The energy of people is booty. The expectation level I will have to even come through my doors is crazy. And not when I say expectation level, not saying like, oh, if you don't act a certain type of way, I'd be offended or I'd be disappointed. I mean like the standard that I set for my events. You just can't be the average Joe trying to walk in my shit.
I got an answer for that.
And you kind of know that because you've seen it.
I feel like
I know.
protect that.
And yeah, that's what I was gonna say too.
People that's gonna be attracted is gonna be attracted.
Exactly. And that's why.
And you have to attract the right thing. Sometimes you don't realize you might be attracted to that energy.
Wait, say that again because I don't think streets
I
hurt
said
you.
sometimes I don't realize that. I mean, I don't think that you realize that you might be attracting the energy because sometimes it might even be the females that you're bringing to the venues that is attracting these people to come to these events and things like that. But it's just choosing the right settings and the right security, the right venues. At the end of the day, if I make a party $50, I know there's a lot of people that's not coming to that party.
Oh, of course.
You feel me? But at the same time, I know the people that's gonna come to that party, and I know what it will be like. But sometimes that might not be the complete mix that I want. You got to know how to really play with the balance. You're gonna be able to weed out probably 50% possibly. But
I mean, I'll keep it a stack, bro. I feel like I am Cletus, and the Cletus group has an immaculate resume and an immaculate name. My issue is like, for me, what I like, I'm the type person, I'll do a party one time and after that one time I won't do it again because it's like, you know what I mean? That's me.
There's nothing wrong with that.
When it comes to being out
People
here,
feel like they gotta keep running it into the ground. I feel like sometimes that kills a party.
I do it one time, and if I do it twice, I do it twice. If I do it 3 times, I feel like after the third time you do the event,
over.
you have goated that event, and anything you do after that event, $50 to $100 tickets off the first batch.
Also too.
My bad. I don't mean to cut you off, Pat. I'm sorry. I just want to say one last thing.
Go ahead.
What I wanted to say about the people that you said that bring
I just
down
don't
the
want to
events
attract because
and no, but not even just the attracting the people. I'm talking about even on a business level and whatnot. Like when the event goes bad and whatnot. To be honest with you, I'm not doing events with people that I feel like I don't have a certain type of tie or connection to. And then on top of that, if me and you can sit here to our face or whatever, regardless of whoever's brand takes the biggest hit and whatnot, if I jumped into bed with you, I know the percentage that I'm asking you for. I'm going to ask you for a 75% cut because I know that I'm going to take the 75% loss or hit to my character or whatnot. Like, but at the end of the day, I'm also going to bring 75% of the people here. I'm doing 75% of the work. So it is okay if I get 75% of the hurt, but let that reflect in my pocket too. I'm not just going to jump into bed and we're doing business and it's not substantial for me. You feel me? I'm not going to give you $1,000 when I could. It just wouldn't make sense.
You know what's crazy?
Like,
see, this is, you know what's crazy? And you know what? We can have this conversation if y'all want to have it. Because this is a whole. I feel like that's a whole nother topic. But let's touch on that topic. In terms of business, right? What I've learned when it comes to events is a lot of first events sometimes are supposed to be one-offs. So to go into certain situations like like for example, I did an event with somebody, right? And they were the first person to do that type of event, meaning that the type of it. So like, let's say I do a tent party, but I've never done a tent party before. So they know the logistics of how a tent party works. So for me to be like, well, I know I'm going to bring 50% or 75% of the people, and they're also like, yo, well, I have the capability of doing the same thing, and on top of that, they've done the tent party before and they're on the ground, but then with the day of, they can't even bring half the people, and you bring in your half that you say. It's like, it's fucked up, because now it's like, how do you now gauge value of people? So what I'm learning now more than ever is like, I'm so quick to say no. Yeah, I'm coming into it like,
I'm 70%, bro. Sorry, I love you, but my brand is bigger than yours, and I can prove that.
Wait, say that shit again.
I'm coming in straight telling you the percentage that I want, and if we can't agree on that off top, then there can't be a contract, because contractually, I'm going to tell you that this is the percentage that I need, because I know what I feel like I'm worth versus you. And no disrespect, like, if I tell you I'm 65% and you 35%, if you feel otherwise, then yeah, we could talk about it, and we could get to a point where we feel like it's cool before we get it on the paper. But at the end of the day, what's written on the paper is what's law.
So you go through paper contracts.
Whatever the contract says is law. Well, that's what we're running by.
So you do paper contracts.
Oh, he know.
Me, I'll tell you what, for my business, me, Patlax, the way I operate, everything is in writing. You know what I'm saying? Everything is in writing. But like I said, with these events, because I structure myself differently. If you notice, I used to throw a lot of different parties. You know what I'm saying? I know this is about carrying a name to different venues, though. It's not about just throwing a bunch of parties every week. In New York City, it's territories. It's always been like that. Like, it's literally territories with clubs, like in parties. You can't bring a certain party to certain places. You can't go certain places. Not because of politics. It's just strictly because of what you're, like, that's you. You know what I'm saying? This club might not intertwine with what you want to bring to them. So I feel like with my formula that I go with is I throw March Madness, which is coming up in a few days, 3 days we got. And then I throw Afrobeat Links and Drinks. That's an event that I bring to multiple different venues that I work with. And then you got Patlax Day. That's my birthday party. Those 3 events, though, like from throwing all types of gibberish in the past, those were the events that people felt my energy at. Those were the events that people remembered me for. Those were the events that people, So like I said, going back to the beginning, trusting the process. It's like, I really feel like when you're going into this event thing, it's more about like, just sticking with what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever event was your hottest event and you did it in a year and you feel like your mind is tired of doing all that stuff that you was doing last year, just do one event this year. You know what I'm saying? You do that one event, I promise you I'm sorry not to, listen, I don't antagonize. I mean, I don't advocate for drugs or anything, but it's like drugs, bro. Like, these people want it, bro. At the end of the day, the people gonna want what's created that's good, So if you have a good party, a good event, I think you should stick with that one event. Don't try to do too much, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of things that happen in New York City, not with anybody in here, but in New York City, a lot of people try to make that mistake of trying to do more than what they're capable of, and things like that. I mean, at the end of the day, anybody could throw parties all the time, you know what I'm saying? If you really know how to invite people out and get people to come to parties. But, like I said, my formula, I do my best events that I was known for in the past and just stick with it, you know what I'm saying? I bring out different things for the same crowd that I know I'm, building up.
So you're okay with having the same people at your events?
I'm okay with having the same type of people at my events.
I can agree with that.
Like, if that makes sense. I know there's like, a way more scientific way to say it.
I'll explain it for you and tell me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. You have a certain energy that you bring, and you want people to be on that same type of time. As long as they're willing, the people that's coming, no matter if it's the same or not, if they come on that same type of timing, you're okay with that because you know they'll respect what you're working towards.
Exactly. And like I said, even last year, March Madness, shout out to my boy Stash and Snoop, Jellyman. Shout out
to Jelly, man.
Shout out to my boy Jelly.
My name is A.
Jelly?
My name is A. That's my brother. A lot of people don't even know that's really my guy. He was supposed to be at one. He wanted to host one or two of my events.
Yeah, he pulled up to my March Madness last year, and he really, not just Jelly, man. I would really say more of Stashes and Snoop after, like, their performances and their stuff for March Madness, like, their music is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? it kind of gives the madness vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like that, those performances they had at my events, which I'm extremely thankful for. It can't, if you check my Instagram, you can see it. Like, you know, the vibe was crazy, you know, and you know,
white girls were selling their soul.
it was
Shout out to
dope.
white women selling their soul. Coronavirus.
Don't sell it to me, yo.
Coronavirus.
They was selling their soul for Snoop.
Nah, shout out to the demons, man. Snoop, I see you, bro. You doing your thing, man. Shout out to everybody on the island. Yo, we gonna get into the artists on the
we
island.
definitely talk about that.
We
'Cause
gonna,
I have my gripes. I
uh-huh.
have my gripes. So all right, you want to jump right into it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All
let's
right.
let's
So
let's get into it.
who do y'all believe is your top 5 Staten Island
Top
artists of
5.
right now? Like
Top 5.
Let's take it back.
Patlax's top 5 is about to come out right now. Let's go.
That's your top 5. What's your 5? And I'm saying the top 5, not so much of right now, but either has potential or has been put in the work or whatever. Because I'm gonna be real with you, since I've been home, I listen to a lot of rappers out here. Some like I've been listening to the dude Bravi. That dude, I listen to him.
Shout out to who is
Tyrone,
Bravi. Shout out to Bravi.
Tyrone Briggs, yeah, him. I like Don Dada. Burn me a Don.
With him too.
Don Dada's
Sterling.
nice. Yo,
My boy
me
Sterling.
and him have a song.
Shout out to the
that
Don
we was
Dada,
working on
you heard?
that is so fuego. He has a song, and I've been trying to get him to come. Like, he pulled up on me to go to the studio. Like, we have a little home studio in the hall, but that we just go to. Cause I have a young boy. Shout out to my young boy Femi. That's working. I'm working alongside with him just to help him become, you know, a good engineer, a good artist. He's really dope, very talented. So, had Don pull up. He played this one beat, and I said, Don, you bullshit. Because if you drop that shit today, it will be the hardest song on Staten Island right now. Because he's been giving us hate.
He has hits.
Yo, bro,
shout
Don
out to
Dada
him.
got hits, bro.
He's a hit maker.
Shout outs to him. I honestly, and it's funny because I know Don knows M2, and M2 tells me this all the
M2 is
time.
like that.
Shout outs to M2,
M2
Dead
is
Life
like
Studios, young everybody
I'm a
over
producer,
there.
engineer. I don't really listen to him as a rapper, but as a producer, engineer, definitely.
Nah,
He's been nice as a rapper for a long time, since 2009.
they were. Phone knows yourself. M2, I got something unreleased. M2, yo, y'all going?
Unreleased tracks from
Don't worry,
all the
M2 got something, but
I seen it.
but let me to talk about like
Top 5. Staten Island top 5.
But even before getting into that, like shout outs to M2 because he told me one time, when you learn what how music is created, that's when you appreciate the music more, and that's when you get to understand the music more. So like he literally says this all the time. Like he sits in the studios and he makes people sound better all day. That's his job, bro. And he tells me like there's all types of different things going on at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in front of a microphone and you're making a song and you're able to do a song in 30 minutes and you're able to make a good quality song in under an hour, or if you're able to do certain things that other people just can't do in front of a microphone, obviously that's going to excel you better than other people. At the end of the day, like going back to what I said before, everything is a business operation in music. Your entity, what you got going on, is a business operation. So you might be a good rapper to your friends. Now, I mean, your friends might like you because that's you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you doing. I'm not saying nothing to nobody on Staten Island. I'm just speaking in hypothetically. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when you in the studio, and you see all these, and let's go down to Atlanta. You see what Atlanta's doing.
They show love to each other.
They show love to each other, but you notice there's certain people that's always around each other making good music at all times because those people are in the studio all day making hits, bro. They not playing.
All right, so Patlax, what's your starting 5 or what's your dream?
Starting 5.
What's your Staten Island dream team?
Starting 5. All right. So in no particular order. I'm gonna name honorable mentions too as well. You know what I'm saying? So I've grown up on a lot of artists in Staten Island. Lyrically, I've seen people that move crowds. I've seen dudes that just know how to spit that raw, you know what I mean, grime, you know what I mean, mud music, you know what I'm saying? I would say, you know, my top 5 would be number 1. It's not no particular order. I would put my boy Shanae in there. Shout out to Shanae. He had one of the hottest songs in New York City at one point. Mozzie is probably at like 1.8 million plays as we speak. It went over 2, right? It went over 2 million plays. He has over like 4 million streams on his SoundCloud from Shanae. Jason. I don't know if you remember him. That's his first name. That's my boy though.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was signed to Asylum Records, boy.
Word?
Yeah,
Lil bro.
Yeah, Asylum Records, bro.
Okay.
Under Warner Music. And that's Shanae. I'll give him out there. I'll give him a big respect. You know why? Because his music, if you really listen to it, you could feel him. It's real.
I'm gonna tap in and listen. I'm sorry if I'm messing
Yeah,
up
nah.
the Air Puerto Ricos. My apologies. But we definitely go. That's really, it's crazy. That's really like, that's because I look at you in the same right, because y'all own that age right, but like young kings, bro. Like,
man, shout out to
like
Jason,
little bro to me. So shout out to Jason.
Yeah, he's really been doing his thing.
CSI McCown product.
Yeah.
Young boy that used to be around the Step. So if you know about Step,
fine
program,
boy, never smoke no weed, no drinking, nothing. Good boy, yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people, like I said, this music industry. If you look down south at what other people are doing, they're following the formula. They're making hits. They're putting it on playlisting. They're doing all the things that is supposed to be done for an artist. You know what I'm saying? Not just blowing up their song. They're blowing up their song. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're making their song get played on certain places. They're doing the right things. And I would say, like, you know, down south, like the only thing that is different from what we got going on in New York is they have a lot of resources down there. Like, they have all types of different things going on. You know what I'm saying?
And to add to that, it's not that we don't have the resources here. I think the competition level there is a lot more lesser because the people at the top control it, and they really, but they're open with who comes in. Like, they're not opposed to you getting the resources, but you have to. It's bigger than you being lit. You have to be the best coming out of Atlanta, because you're not just representing you, you're representing the city.
Exactly.
Whereas in New York City, people really don't want you just to get on, just because they don't want you to get on.
Yeah, and like, everybody got all types of different reasons. But even let's go back to my top 5. Know what I mean?
Definitely Jason. I'll throw that in there.
Shanae, shout outs to him. Yo, that's really my boy, bro. Like, I don't understand. I really watch, you know, like, and like I said, it's a business. You know what I mean? When the CEO is doing bad, you can't prosper your business well. But when the CEO is doing good, your business will be fine. And Jason, as of recently, Shanae, shout outs to him. He's been doing his thing. Got this new video dropping called Did You Know? New single drop. I think he's about to drop the single this weekend, actually. It's called Did You Know? And he's like lyrically one of the most gifted rappers in Staten Island, and melodically, I feel like, you know, because it's a mixture of, like I said, there's genres, but then when you combine genres into a song and you make it a hit, that's what really makes you like a really great artist. Different melodies, different, you know, different takes, different, you know, all types of different things.
Okay, number two,
and this is because I'm Patlax, you know what I'm saying? I love shows. I love turning up. I love the energy. I just love it. I love energy. Good energy.
Snoop?
Of course. Snoop Not Nice. Shout outs to him. D-Malo. That when he walks in the spot, you know what I mean? You don't. Who's gonna do it if he can't do it? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this because I think me and Snoop, we don't have a great relationship. It's not that. It's because of the whole yacht party shit. Remember how I wanted you to be the DJ for the smoke section because I needed someone to handle it. Yeah. And then things started happening and things didn't come together. I think he's dumb talented. I went to his radio interview with him.
Snoop. Shout out to Snoop and stuff. He's really. I really, when you see him in front of a big crowd, like you know, as of recently, he's been doing a lot of shows too as well. I've been noticing him. You know, even though we don't be in the studio together, like I be in the studio with Jason and stuff like that. But I've seen Snoop around, and he's really good. Like I seen a Smooth L show he did a couple days ago, and he opened up for Smooth L. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with, you know what I mean? There's some artists in Staten Island don't want to do that, but Snoop knows what he's doing. He's enticing crowds. You know what I'm saying? He's making crowds listen to his songs. When he's singing that D-Malo, that Gummit, all those tracks that he got, people feel him.
Nah, there's like, I listened to the project. There was like 2 or 3 songs I really like. One is that Gunna track you said, the intro track that he put, and then that D-Malo beat song. Those are the 3 ones that I thought were like strong. Everything else I think was okay. Right. And I feel like with Snoop, I'm gonna give him his credit, but I think that we gotta give his team credit. Shout out to Jay Scat. Shout out to Bellagio.
Rob.
Shout out to Rob.
Bobby
like,
Duce. Yes.
Like,
and that's why I want to go back to, like, you know, like trusting the process.
If it wasn't for Jahad, I got a Jahad interview in the laptop. If it wasn't for Jahad, I would never have known who he was. Yeah. Jahad was like, being Jahad were going back to back, my artist versus his artist on
Shout
songs
out to Jay
in his
Scott.
house. And I'm like, bro, he's like,
you,
bro, you gotta fuck with him. He's the one that introduced me to all of them niggas. That's the reason why I pulled up to their birthday party and all that. And that's what, if there's one thing, and I'm gonna go on record and say, if there's one thing I regret about the yacht party situation and how everything played out, I should have really just went through Jahad and let Jahad handle it. Because when I started meeting everybody and everybody kept telling me like, oh, this is the management, this is the person, and Jahad's like, yo, bro, just talk to me, and I'm just trying to talk to him. But after a while, I've been just meeting the people at the studio the whole time. I was only talking to people at the studio the whole time.
Shout out to Jay Scott. Shout out to everybody.
So it's fucked up. But shout out to Snoop. Shout out to D-Milo. Shout out to Bellagio. Shout out to my bro God. Shout out to Demo. Shout out to Duce. Shout out to, like I said, that whole team.
Bellagio, Ryu.
Family.
Play that.
People don't understand. It's family. Like, this is Harbor shit.
Word.
This is Wagner shit. This is 51 shit. Like, niggas don't even understand how deep this shit go.
That's what I'm saying. Staten Island, like I said, we the forgotten borough.
Harbor shit. Like, this is Staten Island.
We the forgotten borough, but we not forgetting what's going on out here.
I'm telling you, Ryan track do go hard.
Trust the
Bellagio
process.
got that SMD. Not Bellagio. Brogard got that SMD track.
Shout out to
Brogard. Come
Brogard.
in the studio with me, cause I'm telling you, and this is an open thing to all Staten Island artists. If you really want to like work, hit my line. I'll make you nice.
Nah,
and that's
what's
not
up?
me being arrogant. I just have an ear for music. Like, I work with mad artists in a lot of spaces, so you gotta just fuck with me. Like, not even on some arrogant shit. It's like, yo, I want to see you win. I'll give you the ideas. You could do the fuck you want. I'll give you the ideas. Get your stuff in order. Get your business in order. Get your sounds in order. Well, bro, I'll listen after this. I'm gonna let y'all listen to some shit that we've been working on.
Okay.
But all right. So you said Snoop.
So we got two now. So third, it's so crazy because when I went to high school with this kid, he was like my teammate. We played wide receiver together. He was like, we was both slot receivers, and it's crazy because like he didn't grow up rapping, know what I mean? But he kind of got picked into it. Know what I'm saying? They threw him into the rap pit, and like this dude, it's a surprise to me, honestly. His name is Shaquan, Fifth Power. I don't know if you know him. He's part of the Young Wu-Tang Clan.
I know you.
Yeah. And he's very low key with what he's doing, but his style is just like his father's. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to throw his business out there or anything like that, but I do know that his dad is Method Man, and he's you know who I'm talking about, Fifth Power. You probably seen him at like a show or on like a radio station or something.
They have the Wu-Tang Juniors shit.
Oh yeah, it's
not the Water Team.
No. Shout out to the Water Team though.
It's like the Wu-Tang. What do they call it? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm about to check it out right now.
Yeah, I seen that page.
But you shout out to Shaw, man. Like I said, I went to
seen him perform.
Yeah,
I seen him perform in Albany right with his pops.
Okay. Oh yeah. I actually they went to Albany when I came back from Albany. That's I stood up there.
I stay out the way, bro. But yeah, he's cool. I think he has
that
talent.
He has that old school thing that we need to keep alive.
And he needs.
That's what it is.
He needs more beats and a lot more people around that's gonna pull that out.
He gonna get to it though.
Because I think that, like you said, his pops is his pops, and I feel like even like his pops era, what made them great wasn't just how lyrical they were. Yeah. What it was they know how to put on a show. Because when I see Method Man and Redman, I'm listening to them. I'm listening to their music, and I'm like, yo, this is cool. But it wasn't the music that was really.
It's the show. It was the acts, and that's what I'm trying to go back to with the trust in the process and the DJ performances and all that. Everything is about the energy, you know what I'm saying, and what you're presenting in the time frame of what you got. You know what I'm saying? It's like Shaw. When I watched him perform, like on camera for the first time, when he sent me the video, or when he even uploaded the video on his stories for me to even see, for all his fans to even see, I was just like, wow, like. I feel that. I know you, bro. Like, that's you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt everything he was doing, from all the lyrics that he was spitting to everything, like, to even him just enticing the crowd, the way he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, I would definitely throw Shaw in that pit. It's like I said, it's not in no particular order either. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
But
so that's your third. Hold on, we'll fall. I'm gonna let you get your 5 right after this. Don't even worry.
I'm talking about Benny the Butcher.
Shout out to
kind of rapper that kind of brought back that style where he could be an old school rapper and be present in modern day because he knows how to keep it alive.
You want to know a funny story about Benny the Butcher?
Talk to me.
I was at his music video shoot in Buffalo. Nah, I know. It's crazy. And I have Benny the Butcher's old original number too. I was supposed to have him on my radio show in Buffalo, but at the time, because we were getting in trouble with the FCC rules at Buff State, I was like afraid to have him and do the show because he was gonna rap and he's Benny the Butcher. Fast forward like 3-4 years, now we see Benny the Butcher like the littest nigga in the world. Him and like Westside Gunner. So shout out to the Rough Buff, shout out to the 716. Y'all know how the family goes. Shout out to the East Side. Y'all know the vibes, man. Let's keep it going though. Let's keep it going. Who's next?
So we got 3 right now.
You got 3. Now we got number 4.
We got number 4. Now back to that mud shit, like I was talking about. Like I said, my boy John Gotti, shout outs to him.
John Gotti, yeah.
He had his little run with what was the video that dropped? strip club when we was wilding?
That was it wasn't Deserve It was the first one. That was
Tell me. Oh my God, Deserve It. That.
10,000.
Check out John Gotta Deserve It on Elevator right now. Go when you're hearing this, just go check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Strip club video was action.
You'll see everybody. You'll see a lot of familiar faces. Like, you know, it's not regular to have that in Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? Deserve It. Action. That's what it was. Action in the strip club. Like, and that's what I'm saying about the energy. It's about presenting the energy in different places. It's not just the shows. It's not just in the studio. It's in the studio, the shows, in your crib, when you leave your crib, in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you do. And one thing that I know about John is, you know, when he wakes up every day, he's on a mission. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what the mission is, he's on a mission. And when your mind is intact like that, when you get in the studio, you'll be on a mission as well. Whatever mission you find, whatever beat it is that you like and your mind is into, you're on a mission to getting that beat and making a good song on that beat. And that's how people feel your energy, because you're spitting that 16 on that beat that is going to move people at the end of the day and move the crowd that you already generated through whatever work that you dropped before. That's why it's always good to stay true to yourself, especially when you're an artist. Because if you sitting there making music and you saying something that you're not, like, you know, you saying things that you don't really feel in your mind, you know what I'm saying? People know, they're going to be like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be really like something of substance, you know what I'm saying? And if you listen to John's music, you'll see. And that's my fourth. That would have to be we're at 4, right?
Yeah, now you're at the 5th.
Okay, and remember I said honorable mentions. Now I mean,
all right, so 5th. And
bro, how many honorables we get? Like 2?
No, talk your shit, bro.
Nah, I
Ain't rushing
bet.
you. Shit.
All right, so my 5th artist, and this one is actually this come from Staten Island, like I said, because I was raised around a lot of kids that was rapping in front of me. Like, and if you play football and you play sports, you know, you in the locker room, you always listening to music. You always got that instrumental playing, and you making beats. And then when you see the people elevate to being an actual good artist that really knows how to put things together, my 5th pick would have to be, with saying that, have to be my boy Chris Cash. Shout outs to Chris Cash. He's from Staten Island. I don't know if a lot of people know him right now, but he's, you know, an artist that works with my peoples at Dead Life Studios. Shout outs to M2. Shout outs to Lucid. Shout outs to Paul, Chaco, and everybody over there.
My nigga, man.
Yeah, that's like one of the best studios in Staten Island right now. Not because of the great equipment and the stuff that's inside of it, but it's because of the family. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Quad Studios and all these big all these big studios, those studios are big in New York City because of what they offer people when they walk into that room. And when you walk into that room at Dead Life, you know, it's not just about just you. It's about building you. You know what I'm saying? It's about creating you. It's about making a crowd for yourself, making an audience so that people listen to your music. And that's what people lack in this music industry, because they think that since everybody judges their music in their mind, but you're not supposed to be the one that judges it. You're supposed to have a team of people, a PR. You're supposed to have a manager. You're not supposed to have it, but some people need it, because obviously not everybody knows the tricks of, you know, what gets you plays, what gets you this, that, and the third. So I would definitely give a shout out to Chris Cash, because he dropped his first project called Genesis like 2 weeks ago. And it's almost at 25 all-time plays right now on Spotify itself. And I'm not sure what the Apple Music numbers are.
25 what, thousand?
I think it's at 35,000 or something like that, all-time plays right now. And I know there's a couple singles on there that's getting played all over TikTok and stuff like that. And all these social media platforms that people are starting to use now, that is really the things that are grasping momentum on songs, you know. He's getting people from London doing videos to his songs. He's getting people from China doing videos from his songs. He's getting people from India doing videos to his songs. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, like I said, artist services, that is beyond just being a rapper and just being an artist. It's different things that you could do to present your song. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Chris Cass does a good job of. And I guess I gotta start with my honorable mentions now. I can't leave a couple names out. I'm just trying to think of it off the top of my head. We in Staten Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
We in Staten Island. I can't, and that's the thing. These are my.
I almost want him to leave people out.
and that's the thing. And I wanted to say too, because I want to have an honorable mentions, because like these are the people that I'm around. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go on a microphone and talk about people that I don't really know. But as a fan, in a fan perspective, you know what I'm saying? As a person that likes music from Staten Island, you got to shout out Wu-Tang Clan. That's automatic. Whenever you talk about Staten Island artists, you have to say something about Wu-Tang Clan. Like, those people literally paved the way. Literally shovels on the floor. Like I'm saying, not just for us, for hip hop decades, like years. You know what I'm saying? And it gets me so mad that not the whole city knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like they forget they're from Staten Island when you mention it to like somebody in the city or something, or somebody in Harlem.
That's the only thing they remember about us.
Staten Island, they'll talk about Wu-Tang and Mac Watts.
Shit is crazy. Oh yeah, shout out to Mac.
Some people
Man.
don't even know
He from Staten Island, but he don't be talking too much. That's why.
Shout out to Mac, man. That boy.
That's why.
Yeah.
Alright, who else?
And honorable mentions we at now, and just people that shit deserve some light to be shone upon them. Shanae, I want to give a shout out to. I also want to give a shout out to. I met him in the studio the other day. I can't even remember his name, but yo, thank you. It's not him, but shout out to my boy Ja. I actually did a couple of events with him. We had a single release for his Ja Uno Gang Ja Familia. We did a single release with Sha. It's called Rose Dreams. It's Rose Dreams, right? Or
Where's he from?
I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know.
I think he's from Park Hill, possibly.
I'm surprised no one said Holy Mo.
Holy Mo's
I don't
talented.
listen to Holy Mo enough for me to say that he's one of my favorite artists. And I didn't even tell you.
Man, we
top
gonna get
Holy Mo gets it in. Very lyrical and bars. It's just bars. Know what I'm saying?
It's not like a whole song.
And that's why I'm saying Staten Island. Like, that's why I want to talk about the people that I know, because Staten Island has so much different artists that's doing big. Because
you gotta think about it. You got the Zeus's of the world. You got
shout out to Zeus.
I gotta do a top 10.
Yo, shout out to even Charlie O from the, like, come on, there's so many, like, it's
Jeffkins.
Oh my God, Hefe Finesse. That's what I'm saying, bro.
When I heard it, I was like,
Staten Island has so many different artists. You know what I'm saying?
That was weird to me, because I'm gonna tell you why. I heard it when I was at Grambling. And I'm not gonna say like I'm in tune with Staten Island rappers, because I work with a lot of artists that's not from here. But when I heard In the Streets, I was like, yo, why is this not booming right now? Like, everything about that song was fire. They know my swag, they know my job. Word to Allah with all that drama.
Yeah, that shit is hard.
The beat was so fuego.
Shout out to my boy Jeffkins.
I got a couple people y'all didn't even think about.
All right, are you done with yours? Are we missing anybody? And I'm surprised you ain't really see no singers or nothing, but that's okay.
Nah, and that's what I'm saying. I want to get into, like, and as a DJ, like me being a DJ, you got to understand there's so many different things going on. You know what I'm saying? I can mention, a bunch of different people on this mic, but, I got to tap into different genres, you know what I'm saying? So I could make sure I get everybody. I want to give a shout out to Marcelli Blue. I don't even know if people know who that is right now.
Marcelli, she a singer?
Yo, she's a dope singer.
Marcelli nice like that?
And you know why I know that? Because she works at Dead Life Studios, and she gets her job done at Dead Life Studios, and I could witness some of the sound that she creates, and it's just like, she's really one of the dopest female artists out there. I also want to shout out Abby Jasmine. She's doing her thing. Even Cleo Trapper. I don't know.
I heard her name. She from the New, right?
Yeah, but she's more of like, a social media presence, you know what I mean? But she's definitely a good artist too as well,
Who's what about Britney?
Oh, Laglowski, right? Yo, she needs to drop. What's that song? Choppers.
That's my little name.
I don't know. Glock.
That's my. I call that's Little Brit. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad Staten Island is. Brittany, be free. That's my homie too. She lived like a couple blocks from here.
Yeah, but shout out to Brit though, Laglowski. And that's what I'm saying. Staten Island is so dope because I play Call of Duty with Brit. Shout outs to her, man. Real shit. I be playing Call of Duty with her. She's really dope.
That's my young. Like these are the people that like I was like, oh, little Brit, go to school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so weird about it. All right, Fola, I know you've been waiting for this moment, man.
Fola about to name all the old school joints.
All the 1980s on the ball.
Fosachi, Medusa head on me like I'm Illuminati.
Okay, all right. Fola, top 5. You can do 5, 10. Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
I'm gonna do my top 5 and I'm gonna do my honorable mentions.
Okay.
But, my top 5, to be honest, I feel like I'm gonna try to not name nobody Pat name, because I guess they all like in my top 2. You feel me? So he named Snoop would be in there for me. John Goddard, that's my little cousin. Snoop, my bro too. And those are the two I think out of my top 5 that he named that I would have had to, you know what I mean? Outside of that, I would say Sick in the Head, Sith. A lot of people, if you into underground rap, you into 90s rap, you into lyrical rap, you into New York City rap, you really know what's what. Ebro knows what's what. Everybody knows what's what. High 97, all of that. Sick in the Head. Brandon Stewart, I grew up with him. You feel me? And it's funny because he been rapping since we was kids. We both been rapping since we was at least 9 years old, 10 years old. People don't even really know that. Like, I don't put out projects and do all of this extra shit. Like, I guess I rap for the sport. Like, sometimes I think about taking it seriously, putting out a mixtape and shit like that. But to be honest with you, I guess it's personal. So you feel me? You don't want to get too, and if you really rap, you know how personal this shit is. If you really make music, you know how personal it is. So it's not something that you want to just express with everybody. It's like taking a chance and falling on your face and not being able to get up again and everybody knows all your secrets. You feel me? So this is not no play shit. These niggas that think that they just want to make music and tracks just to make music and tracks, that's not what this shit is about. This is real. Like, it's real emotions, real life shit, real stories being told, real shit going down in this music. You see niggas getting sentenced over this music, so you feel me? Outside of that, I guess I would have to say my second artist, this is not in any particular order, so just 1 to 5. I would say Tyrone Briggs. And I don't want to just say Tyrone Briggs without saying Fluky, so I'm going to have to call it the Pack, the original Pack. Fuck that, the real Pack shit. I've never been jacking that.
Shout out to Fluky, man. That's my guy.
Facts. And I can tell you a story about when I was in high school. I think I was in my freshman, sophomore year of high school. And got my Vans on, but they looked like sneakers. That shit came out. That was the Pack in Jersey with Lil B and all of them. I don't even know if niggas remember that. That was the Pack.
Of course.
But this is the original Pack that was posting stickers and handing out CDs and mixtapes in the harbor and on this side of the island since I was a little nigga, and we been knew about them before niggas had Vans and all of that. And it's crazy because I was a Vans and Converse, and I was one of them niggas in 2006, 2007. So I kind of set that trend, snapbacks and shell tops and the skinny jeans and blah, 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 all of that bullshit or whatever. But now it's funny because Ty and Fluky was been doing their thing with this rap shit since we was little niggas, and I feel like they been had it. They been the nicest since then. So for niggas to not think about them niggas when it comes to Staten Island hip hop or Staten Island music, I feel like you either in denial with yourself or you don't really know what's going on. Niggas is really cutting checks off this music shit. Shout out to Tyrone Briggs and Fluky, you feel me? That's Jay. Bodega, that's one of my close friends. I grew up with him. He's charting, he's doing his thing, Nigerian brother.
Opa.
My boy doing his goddamn thing, you feel me? He just had a show with Jay Stone. Facts. I was there. All Money In. Rest in peace, Nip. It was a beautiful show. Davies came through, pulled up. K-Sean was there. Casanova pulled up. It was great. It was beautiful. We got to go backstage, smoke with everybody, take pictures, blah, blah, blah. Great energy. You feel me? So Bodega doing a lot of things. He's heating up. Got that blue tick. So I'm proud of all my boys, you feel me, doing their thing. Lil Tech is my favorite Staten Island artist.
Hold on. What time is
You heard?
Yo, listen, in 3 minutes, we're at 11:57.
Little Tech.
Tuesdays.
Lil Tech. Tech to the world. You feel me? That's my young bull. And I watched that nigga grow up. That's actually my best friend's nephew. And that's why I've been so close to that young boy since he was young. But I don't see that nigga really bloom like a motherfucking flower out the concrete jungle. And that nigga's an animal. And I think that he's going to be one of the greatest things to ever happen to Staten Island.
And yo, we also,
People keep putting that boy in the flame. Like, he's on fire. Like,
And even before we let go of this subject, if it would not be right if I don't mention this name in this neighborhood as well. You gotta shout out C Black. C Black.
I was gonna say that. How nobody even saying about
Nah. I'm sorry. I definitely didn't. I was supposed to mention him in my honorable.
Wait.
Yeah.
They don't
Not
ride
like that. Hey, they don't ride like that. Hey.
going crazy.
Nah, definitely
I mean?
C Black. Shout out to the family. Shout out to Boy. Shout out to all of them, man.
Staten Island got a lot of love for C Black. That's the bro. You feel me? Arlington shit, KOK shit from back in the days when he was knocking out shit with Louis McCoy. Like, if you from Staten Island, you know. You feel me? Big ups to Park Hill in a fucking building. My son General Goose and Gordo. I kind of feel like even though them two men is not really on the same platter, I gotta when we talk about Park Hill, I gotta talk about them too. Politi's my brother too, so I give him the honorable mention. But I kind of want to use my fifth slot for General Goose and Gordo. You feel me? Those is my guys. Honorable mentions, my first honorable mention, I gotta say Jocko, because that nigga is a fucking animal. I don't know why I didn't put him in my top 5, but Jocko I feel like is the most talented nigga in Staten Island. And anybody who feel otherwise could fight me. And my shit work, so I don't give I don't give a fuck how you feel, my nigga.
We not even gonna talk about
you
it.
feel me? Deli Faye, niggas is sleeping. Christian Alexander, niggas is sleeping. I really know real rappers that's really into this music shit that really, this is their life, my nigga. Like, they live, eat, breathe, and sleep this shit, you feel me? Trey 80, Roll Love, you feel me? 1228 The Great, Kim Sharpton, NY Oil, Ghostface, you feel me? Bino the Chief is my second favorite greatest artist in Staten Island. That's another nigga I feel like niggas don't understand or know. The lyrical presence of these niggas that I'm naming, I feel like, please, just go and YouTube search some of these niggas and just listen to a track or two. You understand why I'm going so crazy about these niggas like that. Phenoms. They don't make niggas like these. They was born with the talent. They didn't have to harness it, even though these people do harness their talent is the craziest part, but these people is just phenomenal to me. It's crazy that they didn't get out and about, and I feel like the more I get into music, the more I divulge into this, I'm going to try to get more with some of these people and try to do more things with them to have them be more put on a platform, I guess, or a pedestal so people can actually understand who these people are and what they're really doing with the music. Another couple that I had to say was my son Rob from South Gates. I don't know what he's going to call his rap name yet, but that nigga Animal, he on his Jadakiss, LOX shit. Like, that nigga's a fucking beast. Him and my son Bam.
Young Bam? You talking about little
Nah,
Bam?
not Little Bam. This is 240 Bam. This is Bamboozler, the nigga that's knocking niggas the fuck out. Like, this is my little big bro. You feel me?
You're
Niggas know.
about,
Southgate shit, 240 shit, Arlington shit.
You're not talking like, I know Bam. You're not talking
You
about.
didn't even know Bam rap,
Nah, you're
did
not talking
you?
about 51 Bam.
This is, boy.
You're not talking about my
Yes,
bro Bam.
yes.
You're not talking about Marvin.
This is, yes.
Word?
Bam. That man will give it to you bar for bar. And niggas don't know my Southgate niggas is infinite. JoJo Stacks, Scrappy, always and forever. My son Joe Swaggy, Chris Cartel. We got a lot of Southgate animals
Shout
in
out
the
to
building
Chris.
when it
That's
comes
my
to
big
this
bro.
music shit. You feel me? Dead ass. AR Yum, I wanted to give an honorable mention to, and Boo Banga as well. Because Boo Banga, I seen that nigga work. He's tireless, and that nigga is relentless, and he comes up with new sounds every time we in a fucking studio. That nigga's a problem. You let my Southgate niggas in the building. You let my Staten Island niggas in the building. Whether they from Stapleton, Park Hill, West Brighton, New Brighton, Southgate, Graniteville. I don't give a fuck where niggas from. My niggas is animals out here. Zeus, like, they sleeping on niggas. You feel me?
Yeah,
they
nah.
sleeping on niggas in Staten Island, and I feel like we about to break this shit the fuck down. Shot 225. Reef Bridge Boys, those are my older cousins. Those are the type of niggas that gave me a little insight to shit.
I'm surprised. Why no one said nothing about the G4 Boys?
Guala, we was with them 48 hours ago shooting their new video. You feel me? Pat'll tell you. Swing it back to Pat. I'm off of this, man. I'm off of this. Let me Pat do this damn thing.
Nah, but yeah, shout out to the G4 Boys, man. They showed me so much love. They we've been going back and forth and just showing each other love, man. Like, that's just pause. That sounded like crazy.
No. It's Staten Island
But
shit.
yeah,
I don't know weirdo
nah,
shit.
yeah, that's a fact. But what's it called?
We ain't afraid to use the word love. We grown men.
Nah, yeah, but
You know that?
G4, shout outs to them and shit, man. They gave me the opportunity to DJ for their they had a huge event over the weekend called Ghana Made. I know you know what's up with that.
Yeah.
So, and you know what's going on with the local scammer track right now.
Yeah.
It's enticing niggas.
Oh, because you know what it is?
It's enticing.
I'm a UK grime fan from back in 2008. Like,
Wait till you see the new video. Yo, shout out to the G4 Boys, man.
I'm talking about not just grime like Dizzy Rascal
Yeah.
and Pow and all that. That's when I started. But I'm talking about if you go before that, I'm talking about like when they was doing the skanking music. This is when we
Gigs. You talking about gigs?
Nah, I know
Or
gigs like talking hard.
before that?
I'm talking way before that.
Oh, alright.
I'm talking about Wiley, Rest 32, JME,
I'm-
Boy Better Know. Come on,
Okay,
stop
yeah.
playing.
Y'all niggas got more experience
I've
with
been
me
on
than that
YouTube.
shit.
Come back and we
Y'all know it's up
yeah,
there.
cool.
gotta
Bro.
talk about-
I love niggas don't even want to have to sit down about UK rap with me because it's like,
You got a future on my shit, too.
bro, what we talking about? I'm talking about like a
Yeah,
collar.
nah, shout
I'm
outs to-
talking about like
shout outs to the
Wiley
grind.
gets ghetto. Because you got ghetto, you have ghetto. You got
Yes,
gigs,
yes.
Wretch 32 Scorcher.
Yes.
You have Bashy, who's so
Yes.
fucking nice. Boom Bam Bash.
Yes.
Man, like the list goes on and on, man. I don't even
Bro,
Dizzy
Godfather's
Rascal,
about-
Temper T,
Yeah.
Tiny Temper.
Yeah.
Man, what the list just goes on and on.
Don't
and
even
on.
get me started.
Man, they talking about falling in love.
Niggas
They
don't know.
give me What? We going like, bro, I got grime shit. Like, niggas don't even know, like, I have. They don't know about old Skeps. The whole boy better know old Skep.
Yo, all I know is that
There's too many men.
Yo, insert card. I'm online. When you hear that, son,
Nah, they go crazy.
Oh my!
Bro,
shout out to G4 Boyz, free Brendan, free Brian. You know what's going on.
I'm gonna throw some shit out there. If we gonna talk about UK grime and like, shout out to Pop, rest in peace, Pop, 5E, the whole Woo, everybody, rest in peace to all them. But I'm gonna say this though. If you're gonna talk about UK grime, man, shout out to everybody that's doing it. Like I said, shout out to Avelino. Shout out to the niggas really. There's that dude was it H and fucking Dig That and obviously Storms. This is I love UK grime's beats. Like these new rappers, I don't know. Like I ain't gonna say that they're the greatest, but the beats that because
shout out to Axel. Shout out to my boy Axel Beats.
Yeah, he's killing it.
He's going crazy. London, UK. You know what's going on.
Here. Staten Island needs a sound. We gotta figure it out what's that.
But you know what it is with Staten Island though.
Versatile.
You see how many different But you see how many different names we just mentioned though. And it was all people that we really know. Like these all people that we got to really get to know in a business mindset and on some like personal level shit. Know what I'm saying at some point in life. Know what I'm saying
that local scammer track do go crazy though.
Nah, yo, bro.
It's a viral song.
It's like when you hear that.
Icon is the reason why a lot of that G4 shit is going up.
Shout out to Holy Icon.
No disrespect, but Holy Icon, notable mention.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
It's ugly out here, man.
Yeah, it's a lot going on, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just that when you hear that, insert card, I'm online, sufficient funds in the swipe. It's energy. You feeling the energy, right?
Especially if you know the vibes.
If you, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, bro. Me, I'm moving forward. I'm a DJ. I don't got to do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But when I hear certain songs and I feel certain energies on the song, I know when somebody's spitting some real shit. I know when somebody's spitting some shit that they live. You know what I'm saying? And bro, regardless if they lived it yesterday or 2 years ago, 20 years ago, my nigga, I felt that shit, bro.
It made you want to just stare. Like this?
Shit. That's how much y'all making? Nah. Listen, man. If y'all go and be a scammer after hearing that song, that's on you. I don't even. I'm not condoning it. I don't want to be a local scammer, but shout outs to that song, though, bro. Know what I'm saying? And you know, it's like I was saying, there's a lot of things in Staten Island going on. Like, you see all the different artists that we just named, you know? So it's so many different camps going on and doing the things that they doing. All I could really say is, yo, bless up to everybody. Like, you know, God is the greatest. Everybody's prospering through God. You got to remember that. And everything is prospered. Everything you're prospering through is through the hard work and the hard. Oh my gosh, we've been talking for so long, and there's so many words that's just stuck in my mouth right now.
Welcome to Talk Ain't Cheap, King.
Yeah, but
this is the
just trust the
podcast.
process. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, everybody just needs to trust the process, bro. There's so much things going on, and I know that we all gonna start, you know, making huge strides in the lanes that we are all in. You know what I'm saying? There's so much things going on that we all just need to put it under one umbrella.
And you know what?
I think
that there is it is a time for it to happen. I think that this is going to be one of the conversations that spark it.
And all future conversations that, you know, other people going to have. Because like I said, technology is evolving right before our eyes, man.
And bro, it's kind of crazy to me.
Right before our eyes.
Bro, I'm here. Like, really think about this. Like, I'm on Staten, I'm here. And when I say nobody, like, cares to even, like, not say you don't care to happen, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
How many times have you got a text from your mans from Manhattan or the Bronx?
I get, bro.
Yo, what you doing? Like, bro, you know, the friend that want to see you, but then, nigga, what am I coming to Staten Island for?
Like, let's really think about like Fola. You said it. He's like, yo, we have all these, bro. I'm here. Like,
and that's what I'm saying.
I could be a nigga that be like, I'm not even from Staten, and I'll be certified anywhere else.
Exactly. We just got to show it. Just got to show what's going on out here.
You know what gets me really tight about Staten Island, bro? I go to Brooklyn, I go to Queens, I go to the Bronx, I go to everywhere else. Like, even when you go down south, you go to other places, like, people actually represent their neighborhoods, they be in their neighborhood. Like, no pun, this Staten Island shit, like, especially when it comes to South Gates, no pun, like, we're outside. Every summer, every spring, every day is hot, whatever, you see us outside. We enjoy ourselves, we have fun, we don't, it's not any negativity. So it's funny that every time people talk about Staten Island, every time people, it's just negative things that people are so caught up in. I feel like it's just been a habit, or that's a part of the culture, to this down and downplay everything that we got going on over here, downplay everything that we're trying to get going on over here. And that's what kind of keeps people stuck in that cycle to where nobody's breaking out and nothing's really growing. And if niggas didn't realize, like, if you just change your mentality, if everybody was just on the same page for a week and you seen the progression that we have, the growth that we could have, like, it would change niggas' minds about a lot of shit. Like, we don't realize how strong that we are. You go to these other boroughs or whatever, like, and they talk about their people. They give their niggas their flowers while they're alive. And then while they die, not even just like the people doing just good things. Somebody like, okay, 50 Cent. 50 Cent got his name from the original 50 Cent. A nigga that used to steal and rob niggas, like, he used to steal and rob from niggas or whatever, right? That's not the greatest thing in the world to glorify or nothing like that, but people really knew who 50 Cent was. You understand? And it's because they was giving niggas they fly. Oh yeah, nah, that nigga's a tough guy. He's a gangster, blah, blah, blah. And they would talk about the nigga, like, versus nowadays it's just like, niggas don't want to keep it real. Like, niggas would rather say, bro, this nigga's a fuck nigga and blah, blah. Meanwhile, you know that nigga get bread and you know there's always hating niggas, you feel me? But it's like our legends don't live on in Staten Island. That's really what it is. And it's because our culture is to down each other, downplay everything, downplay the successes. A nigga like Mac Wilds, what? This nigga was on 90210. I was in London, living in London, and white girls was telling me, yeah, Tristan Wilds. And I'm like, this is the nigga I see every day in Dap after I leave Curtis, and the nigga leaves fucking Patrides and meets us at the shelter. I didn't even know Tristan Wilds on a personal level, but at the end of the day, it was just, we was cool, we had mutual friends, blah, blah, but at the end of the day, look, I'm across the sea, and niggas is asking me about this nigga, regular nigga, just like me and you. People was asking me about Wu-Tang, niggas that I've grown up seeing day to day. My parents know, my dad know Wu-Tang. Like, they have stories that they could tell each other about each other and shit like that. Like, but it's kind of weird though, because you just don't see anything manifest out of Staten Island anymore. And it's because, like I said, I feel like the way people is set up, the culture is set up to down everything that's coming out of Staten Island. And it's not a good thing. We got to change that.
Trust the process. That's all I gotta say for everybody.
Bro, we gonna get sick of it, and we gotta keep. Yo, bro, nah, it's not over.
I'm not even naming all the people that's out here doing all this stuff in Staten Island.
There's a lot of positivity
We can't.
out here. We just gotta keep finding it. Yo, this is lit.
That's it.
It's the platform.
It's literally just finding the positivity and just uplifting it. That's it. Even if your man's just being negative, it's about uplifting him. Know what I'm saying? It's everything that we're doing, it's the right things. I'm seeing so much things happening. I'm seeing so many people getting signed. Even shout outs to Luda Human too. I didn't mention him, but that's somebody that's I emphasize with him. Like, I like to give him as an example because he's doing what he wants to do. He's not doing the hip hop. He's not doing like the like, you know how everybody hops in the same,
Oh yeah, Bobby Zeppelin. Why are we not talking about DJ?
Oh yeah,
Rob?
Bobby's
He
DJ.
got the EDM shit.
And shout outs to Bobby Zepp and Katra one night. He helped me out fixing equipment, booty ass equipment at Katra one night. He helped me with some shit. I didn't even know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? That was in the beginning stages of my DJ career. And shout outs to Bobby Zeppelin, because I didn't even know he was DJ Rob. And just how I told you, I grew up coming to all these parties. I didn't even know DJ Rob was a DJ until he told me. He was like, yeah, I'm DJ Rob. And I'm like, oh, Bobby Zepp.
Vicky,
official. Shout outs to him, bro. He's a real supporter. He's a real positive dude, bro. Real shit.
I grew up with that nigga. His aunt, Auntie Ann. That's my Auntie Ann too. That's my brother's godmother. Like, niggas is really from the Green Park Hill shit or whatever. But look, Staten Island's such a close-knit place where everybody grew up together, got stories with each other. I know your cousin, you know my cousin, and auntie and uncle, and blah, blah, blah. There's like, you got them big, long family lines in Staten Island or whatever. But it's crazy because I don't see anything manifest.
There's no family.
But the thing is, though, it's not Staten Island. I wouldn't say it anymore. It's the fact that we have this reputation outside of Staten Island. People in Brooklyn and Manhattan might perceive us in a certain type of way, and we don't break that. I sat here and this morning, it's crazy. Sha is my blood cousin. Sha 225, strictly stacking. Reef, Bridge Boys, my blood cousin. But it's funny because this morning, one of my mans is the nigga that showed me Sha's Shade 4-5 freestyle. I didn't watch it. it's funny. Me and Sha used to be a lot closer. We'd be around each other a lot more times. Speaking of the devil, Danny, you're gonna live a long time, because he's who showed me the freestyle. But long story short, I'm watching Sha. I'm like, yo, this shit is good. And I'm mad that niggas didn't really pump it. It got 2.8K views on Shade 45. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this? This is Staten Island. And niggas, this is not Spank, just no disrespect to Spank, because Spank a cool guy. I met him. He's a cool nigga, humble nigga. I fuck with Spank. But this is not Spank going up on the radio station and kind of embarrassing us. This is Stacks, Eddie I, and Sha 225 going to Shade 45 and blacking.
Why no one speaking on Eddie I? Eddie I's alright.
I said Eddie I, bro. When we was talking about the artist, Eddie I's nice. I seen Eddie I since Eddie I was battle rapping. He had a battle rap with my son Joe Swaggy or Chris Cartel, one of them, a long time ago. This lad had to be like at least 4 or 5 years ago, and he was still young then. Like I'm not saying this kid's 16 years old or now, but he's type young or whatever, in relativity to me or whatever. But long story short, like that kid is talented. There's so much talent in Staten Island that has got to be exposed, and I feel like Staten Island is damn near like a marketer's like, if they found this is like a pot of gold. Like you find so many different type of artists doing so many different types of things that they're all unique in their own sounds. Apollo K. There's a kid named Vinny that has a studio in South Gates. That kid is a fucking beast. Like all he does is produce and make nigga shit. But when I listen to his tracks, I never knew the nigga made music, bro. The nigga played me some shit. I said, bro, what the fuck are you doing producing nigga shit? And I get it. You need a hustle. You're helping niggas out, et cetera, et cetera.
He white?
Because he produces even Shanae and shit. He does a lot of shit for Scrappy G's. A whole bunch of people. Did some shit for John Goddard the other day. But, bro, that nigga's a fucking beast.
See, and
niggas don't get their flowers in Staten
it.
Island. I'm trying to give their flowers. Like, niggas...
But we all gotta come together though, and that's the problem. And we have to become more organized. The problem is niggas in Staten Island don't want to be organized. They don't want to be professional.
Ego.
That's a fact. And I had to, and since we're talking about it too, because I love putting myself out there to show, for an example, like I said, organization, all that stuff, whatever you got to do to protect your brand. Like Moneybag Yo said, protect the brand. Know what I mean? Go get your website done. Go get an email account for bookings. Go get all the things that you need to do. You know what I mean? Get everything that you need to situated. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when things go left and you got to throw up your resume to show what you've done, if it's not there behind you, if you don't have everything right there behind you, with you, following you, it won't matter. Like you could drop a single, but if you don't promote it right and you don't have it behind you and keep it on your resume, it won't, like, there's nothing to show for it. So like I said, it's always good to have your journey put up there. Like it doesn't matter if your journey is a bumpy journey. Like I don't know if this is like the common sense things like everybody should know, but you know, sometimes you got to really speak on it and let people know, because even myself, I was running around just DJing, you know what I'm saying? I just liked it. And like I told you, I trusted the process and I learned how to do it through doing it, you know what I'm saying? But after some time, I learned, like, yo, I have to make a resume for this. Like, this is a job. Like, this is like, yo, when I go to the next job, I'm going to have a good resume. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever want to elevate yourself, like for artists in Staten Island and anybody else that's doing anything they're doing, like it's simple to just say, yo, you need a good resume, but you got to actually build your resume. You got to make sure your resume follows you and stays with you. And when you look back at it, you could be like, yo, we created that. It can never be something that somebody could take from you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's all I really could give him, man. I feel like everybody should really just, you know, really take a long time into trusting the process, because some people take different times. Some people it just happens overnight. Some people it happens over a couple years. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just gotta trust that process, man.
Well, for a lot of y'all, this might be the first time y'all heard this. Right. So before I say it, I want to say thank you both to both of these kings for definitely taking their time out to come vibe with me at Peace International Market, 3240 Richard Terrace. The only black-owned, woman-owned deli on Staten Island. This is a fact.
Support
we are
black
the only
businesses.
We are the only one. We are in a pool of sharks, and we swim in every day.
I don't want to cut you off neither, but when I seen that post on Twitter, and they said, yeah, there's a black-owned deli, it's an African woman that owns it, I was ecstatic. Like, and then when I seen that it was Cletus and Cletus' family that owns it, my nigga almost went through the roof, bro. Like, this is what we need, and I feel like I don't know how many people's giving y'all flowers, but my nigga, this is a start. We buying back the block. We building up shit in our own community, and this is great. Like, I love what y'all doing. God bless you, and I wish you the best on all your endeavors.
Amen. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, to God be the glory with this one for sure.
Amen. Thank you. All right, y'all. If people want to follow y'all, stay in tune with y'all, where can they go to do so?
Yes. I go by the name of Patlax. Check my Instagram out at pat.lax. Check my website out, www.patlax.com. Don't forget the dash before the pat, in between the lax, you know what I mean? Right after the pat, in between the lax, pat-lax.com. Also, Twitter, Patlax. And that's it, you know what I mean? We outside.
Okay, Fola, Mr. Golden Resilience.
Yeah, yep. You can get me on Instagram at Fosachi _GR, FOSACHE _GR. Twitter, I think my handle is Fosachi as well. Babanla, you know the vibes. You see it with the Nigerian flag. Outside of that, you could get me on my Instagrams for my clothing line, Golden Resilience, GOLDNRESILIENCE. And I also got the Golden Resilience London page. But to be honest with you, we're about to relaunch, so everything's about to be refreshed. The new website is coming out. So if you just stay tuned on the Fosachi page, I guess you can catch a glimpse of what's about to take place in the next couple of months, next couple of weeks. And yeah.
Okay. Like I said, before we go, how you got connected with the dude from Power, the young boy from Staten Island? Shout
out to my boy 22. Niggas know what's going on. That's been my boy. We've been cool with him. It's crazy. I've been cool with 22 like way before he was on Power. You know what I mean? Like, but he was talented then. He was one of the it's funny because you meet people in this thing, you know what I mean, in this world, they don't always have to be older than you to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? I met 22, and when we was young, I knew he was an actor. He didn't even know I knew he was acting. Like, we was just cool because we used to see each other around, and he was always that kid that was always outside. You feel me? So it was more of like a relationship where we just, saw each other at mutual spots, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing more than that. But he is definitely one of those kids that I saw that motivated me to be, you know what I mean, do what I'm doing today, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when I saw him in it was some like Italian movie that I seen him in, and I was watching it in school, like, and I seen him, and I'm just like, what the hell? Kid, it was like some movie, I don't know. It was like he shot it. I remember he told me he shot it in Italy or something. I don't know, but I seen it in school, and it was just like it was weird. Like, it wasn't weird. It was just like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying?
Someone could do that from where we from.
Yeah, and ever since then, I just started meeting so much more people, and I met like so much more people. Like, when I went to school, it was just like, shout outs to 22 though, man. My boy, he's one of Power's best actors. He has a very hard role to play. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving him an easy script at all to do all that shit, because he's not like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a good kid. He's a great person, bro. So you know what I mean?
You'll give that king his
Hell
flowers
yeah.
one day.
Shout outs to my boy Abdule. Word, Abdule Niang.
My young boy.
That's who really. You know what I mean? He's the one that put me. He's the one that put me around them kind of again, you know what I'm saying? That's his boy, though.
Crazy. It's crazy when you see it, because if I could tell you stories about him and his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. But that's another day, another conversation for another day, man. Y'all know the vibes, man. I'm gonna say this one thing last before we go. Patlax, I'm giving you your flowers. That's on your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Continue to lead your next generation, because I think that someone has to do it. Mm-hmm. And it's a very hard thing to do. And being someone who you could low-key consider your OG just by age and just the kind of work I've also done,
mm-hmm.
I respect what you're doing. And I feel like, as someone who's older than you and seeing what you guys are cultivating, and I'm respecting it and loving it.
I appreciate that,
keep
bro.
Keep doing what you're doing. It might not make sense to a lot of us, because I keep it a stack. Y'all see how I move.
Trust me, the formula never makes sense to people, but it works. What works for you,
but it's gonna work. Exactly. And at the end of the day, you have the support. Exactly. That's what I want you to know. You have the support. Mm-hmm. You're not alone in this. Your generation is not alone in this. I feel like even in my generation, a lot of people dropped the ball with a lot of people that came around me.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, like, you won't have to have those problems.
Mm-hmm.
and that's coming from me and my generation. Because you got to think about, I'm 25 turning 26. My generation was that last class of 2012 that had the summer on too.
Yeah,
my generation was that class of 28 out of 2008 that made 51,
I'm telling you,
51.
yo, bruh. I wish we could just. I wish we could just have clips, just right here to watch of our memories, bro. Like, it's just so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, even him saying like about the OG thing. Like, I don't watch so many of these grown, like, you know, so much of these people that are way more older than me, like, just doing their thing. And it took me just sitting there and taking in a lot of notes and putting it in myself. You know what I'm saying? And what I do today with DJing, I really put my passion into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put my passion into moving people, and I'm glad, like, you know, it's starting to come to life now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people starting to see what I really am. And people, you know, I've always felt like I was always misunderstood when I was younger because I was trying to be cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was trying to be cool when they was younger, though. And then once you accept that and you learn that and you start moving on and you go to the mission, it's
gonna be fine, King.
Fruitful.
And you around a lot of powerful people.
Yep.
A lot of OGs that are a lot older than you, and they speak highly of you. And I'm not telling you that to gas you up. I'm telling you because it's real. Fola would not be here for anybody.
Shout out Fosachi.
You know
shout out KG.
Gabe, and all of them. Sadina wouldn't speak highly on your name. And these are people I came up with as well as people I looked up to. Because they made sure I wasn't doing dumb shit.
That's real stuff,
so
though.
I'm giving you your flowers. I'm like, yo, do what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep cultivating the relationships. Keep working hard. Keep trying to push the envelope because everything gonna pay off, all right?
Hell yeah.
And I got your back. You know that the
know
brand
the
is going
vibes.
crazy. I don't think people really watching that much.
Yes,
but it's good.
sir.
They're not supposed to be watching.
Trust the process. We outside. All
right. Well, y'all know the face, y'all know the name, man. Thank you so much for tuning into the world's greatest podcast, Talk Ain't Cheap. And y'all know how this stuff go. Talk ain't cheap, and it's not that deep. It's a vibe.
Bow.